Hey everybody, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Quick live because I was over there on Miss T Velocity, right? So I want to address a couple of things that happened over there because Miss T Velocity, she likes a certain flow on her channel, and I gotta respect that. But oh no, you bitches was not about to get away with none of that shit. Y'all thought y'all was about to carry on over there and do. So hold on a second. Point back to what I could say. Point back to what I should say. Point back to what I could say. Point back to what I could say. Point back to what I could say. Point back to what I should say. Point back. I know I'm better to friend. Show around my friends, try to think so messy. Told me like I know you never moved on. If you try, I don't believe it, baby. I know you lie all night long. What's me gonna change? Nothing to say. Got me losing my mind. Hey guys, sorry, I had to find something real quick. So yeah, so I was over there as usual, and I see a lot of people are using my line. That's fine. Poverty, get your own. I can't even have an open tagline. But anyway, good afternoon, guys. Please like this video on the way in or out. Yeah, I'm the. Hey, Laura. So I was over at Miss T last week, right? So we got Sassy, the most passive aggressive bitch you can meet in this world. She can't stand in shit. So Miss T was giving her flowers for how she views her, but a lot of us in that chat was like on there, like rolling our eyes heavy. Sweet one. Yeah. So I was over there rolling my eyes, and I was gonna let it slide, right? But it's like she wanted to play dumb. First of all, I don't really follow the Demons O and Sassy situation closely enough, but I do know enough to say that nobody's innocent in that situation. They both being weird to each other. Like it's like Sassy's always trying to have a bad bitch competition with her too. I don't know why she's acting like it's one way. Hey, so fly, it's two ways. It's two. Oh yeah, I had to leave when that glitter boost came up. Fuck out of here. He needs to be in the same jail as Diddy. Fuck. Well, we're gonna talk about Diddy later, y'all. Did I say hi to my boo so far? No, Sassy. Is that the reason why Sassy stay on her knees? Because she got bad ones? I don't know. But yo, this Sassy was trying the fuck out of me, and not being a woman. And I don't like that shit, girl. After that speech about how you sit there, let me tell y'all why me and Sassy fell out. She's a lie, just like the people talk. Oh, we fell out because she did something. Now we know that's not true. We know it's not true. I did nothing to Nala. That was a motherfucking lie. But let's say, for instance, what you're saying is true. Popping your kid is not a fucking crime against humanity, dumb bitches. I just choose not to do corporal punishment. That's just a personal choice of mine. But it's not against the law. Hold on a second. My bad, guys. I had to give her some more bubbles. Hey, Mus, thank you for stopping through. Hey, just read my book. Okay, so yeah. So I was over there rolling my eyes, and so was the chat, because see, Sassy's Miss T was basically saying, why is Sassy getting so much heat? She didn't understand it, right? So let me answer Miss T. Wellasi's question. The reason why Sassy is getting so much heat is because she don't know how to mind her fucking business, and she likes to clout chase. Like you and Miss T, and it was amazing that's what I'm telling you. Sassy is mentally disturbed, but she want to talk about other people are delusional. Something wrong with her. She said Miss T. Wellasi was making a point that she cannot hide her feelings. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't really matter. She's just gonna be herself, regardless of who the person is. That's what she's saying, you know, about herself and how she's on a YouTube streets or whatever. And Sassy saying, "Oh yeah, I'm the same." No, you're not, bitch. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. I could do the same. Like when I was draft, and people can say all they want to. Just and I'm gonna preface this by saying this. Just because you start a fight doesn't mean you can't lose it. So just because people be losing these fights with me, it doesn't mean I started with them. Just like if you slap somebody, you can't tell them how to fight back. If you slap me and I punch you, oh well, you should have kept your hands to yourself, right? You can't not tell nobody how to fight back. They say this all the time. So yeah, when Brianna was doing her shit, talking her shit about me, I damn sure hit my live button and talk my shit about that fat, greasy looking bitch. Sure did, and will continue to. Just like when Brianna tried to get them fucking broke ass, dusty ass niggas to try to be sneaking me, and now they doing it to Olivia. Miss Olivia. And what the fuck did I do? I came on my channel and dragged that hoe so bad. It was a useless thing for her. See, I'm used to this shit. I started out on Facebook. I'm used to weak ass bitches. So I'm gonna do you like this. How we used to do weak ass bitches on Facebook. Block their support and go at them bitches. So I'm gonna just block these people mentally out the situation, and I'm still gonna drag you hoe. And then once you down for the count, and I'ma still go on, and then I make screenshots of them. But the Umar boys, they so thirsty for attention, it didn't matter which way it came. So they got nothing from me, no clout. That part. So yeah. So that result didn't work. But Sassy always making excuses. And let's leave me out of this. Let's leave me out of this. She do the same thing with Ness. When Ness and Brianna is fighting, she'll go over to Ness and tell Ness that she's in the wrong and make all these excuses for computer back Bree. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the person. And you know why? Because her and Ness have fallen out. So her, and even the excuse she used, I'm mad at her because she couldn't tell me the truth. Bitch, you never told no truth. What you did was had an issue once I started doing the same thing I always did to people with big numbers, because I don't discriminate and you do, bitch. And I called you out on that shit. And then you try to do revisionist history and try to pretend it was about Nala. No, this started way back with James Caldwell when you were trying to suck out of his ass. When he called me a bitch and I called him a faggot. That's where it started from. He called me a bitch and I went live and called him a faggot. And you was over there trying to be a fucking mammy. And James has not hit this panel once or any other panel in defense of you, ho. He has not hit his live button once because people was dragging you. But you have done it several times, you clout chasing bitch. That is your fucking problem, Sassy. And then you don't stand in it. You try to act like you're neutral. No, you're not. You're clout chasing because you do not call out the same thing other bigger CCs do that others do. The only time I've seen you call out a bigger CC was Ness when it was referring to Brianna. Any other time, you out here sucking ass, bitch. But I understand that's how you got your channel started. So do you and whatever works best. So yeah. So then she went on from that to trying to say that me and Ness fell out because I was emailing this heat. Mind you, we was just on Tracy's panel having a whole conversation about how Ness knock needed ass was upset because I still did this heat and she cannot control it. So in retaliation for that, she went on King Roman News, where she's supposed to be a host, being grimy and doing slick shade shit. So unlike her, I was more professional than Ness was as a fucking co-host. I said, I'm gonna get you, bitch. And then I just went down and went to my own live. And I said what I had to say. And I blocked the shit out of her on Instagram. That was all. The fuck? And then instead of her taking accountability, she tried to sit there and lie and make it about poverty. Like, I give a fuck. If you wanna hang around poverty after she said your child deserves a grown man to essay him in a train, like she wanted several different men to do it at one time to your minor son. And you don't have an issue with that, girl. What you want me to say or do? Have a ball with it, Ness. I don't give a fuck. So then, of course, Ness is doing. Remember the first time I told Ness to get the fuck away from me? Remember how she would follow me all around the YouTube streets, hitting panels? She's starting that up again. Erratic behavior. She don't know how to let go. She don't know how to let go. Yeah, Poverty said it. Poverty damn sure said it. Ness went live enough on it. Hey, Skillet. Um, hey, one day. Oh yeah, I'm speaking straight facts. I don't want to. Hopefully, I ain't miss nobody. So yeah, hold on. Let me do this. Hey, yep, Skillet's back. Hey, Skillet. So yeah, so why would I be the one mad at Ness? If anybody should be that mad at Ness, it should be the finesses. But no, they're mad at me because I don't allow Ness to be disrespectful. Y'all be mad at that dumb bitch you're following, not me. And then she also tried to say that I'm hanging with snakes and I'm a snake and how I look stupid because this she still got this heat. How you don't want to talk about this heat, but you still trying to lay claims on her, you weird ass bitch. You spinning out of control, Ness. You don't have nothing about to say. And let me tell you something. Nala did not fall out of well, she did fall, but it was not no accident in mind. And Nala was not harmed in the fall. That wasn't even addressed. ACS never talked about it. It's not abnormal. People push their kids around shopping carts all the time. But after Nyla did that, because I had a nice shopping cart, and that's why I bought the wagon that they always trying to read me about. Okay, and like I said, that wagon was already being ordered because Nala was doing that in the house. So that's why I have wagons instead of shopping carts because it's just way more safer for Nyla. She's been climbing in the shopping carts, but I had to do my research, and my wagon was very expensive. The wheel is messed up now, but I have insurance on it, so I got to call Amazon back and get it exchanged. So that's why I've been using it a while. But that's why I got the wagon that y'all talk about. Because Nala likes to do that. She likes to go and she likes to sit in those things, and it's safer than a shopping cart. But she was not harmed. It happens all the time. It wasn't even addressed by nobody. I'm pretty sure New York City is not the only place that does it. So they trying to make false outrage because they have nothing to say. And then Ness is gonna try to lie and say that I sent myself cash apps. I already put and then some dumb people in the crowd told, well, you did do that, uppity. You did do that. No, the fuck I didn't. Look on my community wall. The people that sent me the cash apps said they sent it. One of them even posted a fucking screenshot. Hey, to see what's going on.
Hey,
Because
what's up?
Ness over there spinning out of control, trying to have a bad bitch contest with me over you.
I don't know what's her problem. I don't know why she keeps on trying to, make it. I don't know why she keeps on trying to put stuff in everybody's ear when it comes to me. That lets me know that there is some sort of uh, intimidation or something going on to where she doesn't want me and you to collaborate. She does not want us to collaborate because
Right.
we fuck shit up when we are together and stuff like that or whatever. She and the fact that she doesn't have any part in it and she can't say, oh well, I made this person or whatever. She has a problem with that, but she didn't make anybody, but I made her. She didn't make anybody, I mean, over here, but
Yeah, that's
we could.
obvious because she's spinning out of control. Go ahead.
Exactly. And then she went over to T Velocities. Like, why is she still, if she doesn't care about you and all this other stuff, why is she still trying to spin narratives as if I'm a snake or anything like that to you when I've done nothing but encourage you and tell you to mature, to grow your own platform on your channel and focus on your channel while she's over there using you for her platform and thinking about herself. I don't understand.
And that's really all you have been doing. And you even because like I told you, I like to do different kind, but I get it. Like I'm in this sector, and it's a give and take. So I, that's why I even said like I have to show appreciation for the people in the B sector that support me, regardless of what content I want to do. So in return, I do make an effort to watch people more and look at this. And this heat is very helpful in that aspect of pointing me in the right directions. And you know what I'm saying, keeping her ear to the ground, knowing what the people want. And I'm very appreciative. This he has me, like I said, when me and this he ever fall out, she only allowed Ness to do it one time, and I never allowed Ness to do it. So I don't know what the hell she got going on. She's mad because she cannot keep us separated. We have our own chemistry, our own friendship. She want to fuck up a good thing. That's her business.
And that's what I was saying, like to Sassy, like, girl, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, and you don't even know what's going on. So you sound really stupid repeating what Ness said to you to make herself out to be a victim. Every time I would email Uppity, even when me and Ness was together and we were dealing with each other, every time I would email Uppity, Ness would know about it. I would literally tell Ness because I know how Ness is. I would let her know that I'm about to email this person. Vice versa, when she would be messaging people and shit like that or whatever, people that think that I don't know what their conversation conversations were and shit. The same time, the same way when she would be emailing people or hitting people up on IG, she would let me know. That was the mutual respect that we had for each other.
Yeah,
So
and
all
that's
this,
just wondering why
so
y'all
so
still
wait, wait,
doing that.
so
Yeah.
because so the whole thing of Sassy trying to make it seem as though like I just did that out of nowhere and I just emailed Uppity out of nowhere. No, Sassy, that's a lie that Ness is telling. Just like Ness said that she grew up in a house with an elevator. Like, come
Elevator.
on,
Her
girl, get
dad
the
was a
fuck out of here.
doctor, but she had to go to a free rehab. Continue.
Exactly. She Ness would like to have the life that I had when I was, growing up and stuff like that because I went to private school. My dad is actually a real doctor and my parents live in an actual affluent neighborhood and an affluent city and things like that. She would like to have what I grew up having, but she doesn't. Why didn't if her father was so this and that, why didn't he leave her anything? How
No,
I mean,
does he? I'm gonna
if
ask you a question.
if
When
I
did you
was
meet Ness
18.
exactly? Can I ask you a question? Because Ness only recently came out with this story about her dad being a doctor. I'm talking about in the past couple of years when Ness originally came to the beach sector because I was there. She didn't say nothing about her dad being a doctor. So I'm really feeling like she is trying to copy your
She's
life.
trying she right she is trying to she's trying to rewrite history, just like she doesn't want these new losers that come over here or whatever. She doesn't want them to know that she was struggling last year and she was living from pillow to post last year. She doesn't want people to know that. So now that she, like I said, these fake ass numbers are going to her head and she's thinking that she's more than what she is and she wants people to forget about, that her begging for a crock pot and her begging for wigs and shit like that on Amazon. See, if I was
Don't forget a douche
even
and
when
wig
I
room. Weird bitch. But now she on her
but
panel telling people not to douche and she just had one on her wish list. She's a whole liar.
and just like her you know with her saying that her no, she said that her dad had his own practice and all this other stuff. Like, no, he didn't. And if that was the case, then why why are you why was you struggling so
Yeah,
much?
come
Because
on, they had an
I know
elevator,
if
but they
something
couldn't
wait
use
wait
it.
I
What
know
sense
if
is
something
that?
happened I know if something happened to one of my parents that they would be leaving me something. A lot of money. They would be leaving me something. Your parents didn't. Your father, not parents, but I'm talking about your father. Your father didn't leave you shit. He didn't leave your brother shit. Y'all lived in that raggedy. I seen that raggedy ass house. I know exactly what it looks like. We're gonna post the pictures of that raggedy ass house. I seen that raggedy ass house you grew up in. There's no fucking way a doctor in Miami with his own practice is gonna be living in that raggedy ass shack that y'all lived in. Get the fuck out of here, Ness. And all you
And
do is
especially
fucking
not all
lie.
by all the
And
power
Sassy
forwards
and
that she
Sassy's
was
a
sitting next
dumb.
to.
That's why I can't fuck with Sassy because she'll say anything and do anything to lick ass. And that's why I was like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face because I don't want to deal with you. I don't want nothing to do with you because I can't deal with no bitch that's older than me that acts as if she, doesn't know how to think for herself. That's gonna annoy me. That frustrates me.
I told
That
Sassy to
bothers
get
me.
away from me for the same reason, but she lying and pretending it was the other way around. But go ahead.
Yeah, because she was over there licking Nessa's ass and shit. Bitch, we weren't talking about me. We were talking about the topic at hand. So why the fuck are you deflecting what we're talking about over to me? That's why I got upset with her because I was like, bitch, what the fuck do I have to do with this? What do I have to do with you and with Ness and her controlling people on her channel? That's what we were discussing when we went up there. Her being controlling. That's what everybody was on the panel for yesterday when we was at Tracy's. So why all of a sudden you want to throw me into it? Like, bitch, like you can't even stand on your shit. You can't even call. And that's why I don't respect half you bitches that be over there on Ness's channel because y'all ain't even adult enough, woman enough, man enough to call Ness out on her bullshit. And then when you call her out, you get penalized. You get dropped from the panel. You get treated like shit. Jay Dunn gets disrespected every time she goes over there because Jay Dunn's outspoken. Jay Dunn's gonna call Ness out on her
And that's
shit, and
after
Ness don't
payment.
like that.
And that's after payment. And that's another thing.
Like,
She was so worried. And that's what I tell you. She be lying, talking about stuff. Remember, first she was trying to create the narrative. Oh, you promoting Heedy channel for free? I said, yeah, I'm gonna promote it. Oh, but she gave such and such money. She gave this for I don't care. That's her business with these people. See, and then when that didn't work, then she turned around and said, oh, she's only dealing with this heat for money. Make up your mind, Ness. And she only could talk about the $150 that she know from the content that he gave me, knowing she wasn't gonna even do it.
Ness hates the fact that people actually fuck with me and shit like that. She hates the fact that people
That part.
actually like me. She thinks that it's some type of a monetary gain for people to be around me and all this other stuff. No, bitch. See, that's a broke person's mentality. See, that's the way that you think. But my situation and my relationship with Uppity, as well as the rest, Kimmy and all those, I don't pay them. They actually like me in real life, and we and
That's a
I
fact.
deal with them in real, you know what I'm saying? So I like them in real life and shit like that. I like Tracy. I don't have to pay Tracy to be around me or to like me or anything like that. See, that was the narrative you want to put out because what's the reason people are around you? That's the question I would like to know. Like, why are people around you? Why? Because you intimidate them and shit. Because what happens if those numbers fall? Are they gonna still be over there while you over here trying to talk shit about people? What happens when them numbers fall and you just gonna be sitting, you just gonna be looking stupid? You talked about all these people, you done pushed all these people away, and they gonna give you their ass to kiss because you treated all these people like shit. And I can't wait. I can't wait till that happens. I can't wait. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. That's one thing I do notice. You never you don't know somebody until they get up. Do you see how they? Then you see they real emotions. When people have
Right.
a need, they humble as fuck. You don't get to see somebody till you think they on, so they think they on top. But if
She
this is
was
what she
very
consider
humble when
on
she didn't
top,
have
that's
it.
so sad for her.
She was very humble when she didn't have it, when she didn't have, money and stuff like that or whatever. She was very humble. She had no choice because she had to beg people. She had to tuck her tail and beg people. Now, like I told Pizarro, I tell everybody this, bitch. You're not gonna always be at the top forever. Ness took Pizarro's spot. Somebody's going to take
And
Ness's spot.
poverty mad about it.
Somebody's going to take Ness's spot. So you gotta remember that. So while you over here thinking that you that bitch right now, that can change. That can easily change. So that's why I'm very careful with how I do people. But I will come at the people who came at me. Just like I felt like Sassy was licking ass yesterday and trying to deflect from us having that top from us discussing the
She
topic at hand. Bitch,
was. She was.
you gonna get checked every fucking time fucking with me because I don't play that shit. I don't play around with no bitch that's trying to kiss ass and shit like that or whatever of of somebody who ain't doing shit for, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no reason if you don't, her and Brooke be licking on Nessa's ass and
All
she
the
cusses them out.
time. Did you? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you see Miss T Velocity live? Because I know I told you about it, but did you get a chance to actually see it?
I saw a little bit of it. I was
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, Sassy was up there trying to take accolades and not understand that, and then she literally did. Like when I tell you this, he got in her ass over on Tracy. I shared the live. Y'all got to catch the replay. She checked the shit out of her. Sassy was backpedaling and stumbling over her words and because she knew she was wrong, and we had the receipts that like back. Like you literally just did that. Then she turned around and did it again today. It's like this. Like I don't know, and then she want to talk about people mental health illness. Like I think you got a mental health illness, but why do you think she has this issue with you this heat? Why do you think that? Because if it was Brianna and Ness, she would have picked Brianna. She would have all of a sudden she would have the same conversation we're having about Ness if it was between that, and Brianna has took her mind stick and has disrespected her. But now that Brianna numbers are going down, do you think that has a lot to do why she's going over with Ness?
Sassy and a lot of other individuals that I will be discussing when I go back live, they are on this whole clout chasing thing that's going to end up getting them nowhere. In the end, it's going to get them nowhere. And I think that Sassy is over there trying to. I think she's just trying to hop on the biggest train or whatever. That's what I think when it comes to Ness. I think she's trying to kiss. I think just like a lot of people, because people have hit me up behind the scenes and said to me like, "Man, people are in." Afraid of Ness. I was like, why they afraid of her? They afraid to like tell her like how they feel and shit like that or whatever. So they walk on eggshells around her and shit. And I'm like, no, I'll never respect nobody that is that afraid and intimidated by somebody that will not, say what they really feel. But that's what Sassy does. Like that shit. Even yesterday, that conversation had shit nothing to do with my behavior. It had everything to do with Nessa's behavior, and she fucking like made it about me. I'm like, bitch, if you want to kiss Nessa's ass, that's what I said yesterday. I was like, if you want to kiss Nessa's ass, do it on your own time. Don't do it on my time. Don't do it on Tracy's time because Tracy's talking about the topic at hand. And that's just what it is. So, she looks really stupid. We see all of these clout chasers. I got a whole list of these stupid ass clout chasers that think that they're doing something or going somewhere. I'm not gonna do nothing but watch you motherfuckers, all of y'all bitches that tried to like stop me, that tried to take up for a bitch that all she does is fucking lie and shit like that or whatever. See, I don't need to lie roast. Ness lie roast. Ness, that's her thing. She will lie roast because if you idiots believe her, she'll say the most horrible things like I've done something so bad to this bitch when all I've done was help her. All I've done was be there for her and shit like that or whatever. But she'll have everybody thinking that I did something so wrong to her and I just emailed uppity out of nowhere and shit like sassy. That's why I said step back, bitch, because you don't know
No,
what the
she
fuck you
actually
talking
claimed I
about.
emailed you. She was making it seem like I was emailing you trying to get at Ness
No,
or
we
something.
all Ness was already aware of everybody that I have been in contact with when it comes, especially when it comes to like uppity. She knew I was emailing uppity or whatever because she had a problem with me emailing uppity. She started getting jealous or something like that because I was emailing uppity
Yeah, it
when
was
I was
weird.
it was very weird. And I was like, what the hell? What are you doing? I was like, we're both cool with uppity and stuff like that. And Ness was, but
And
Ness was
she
aware
knows
of
that
it.
you're the reason why me and her are even cool because you the one that had to check her from being over, like trying to letting poverty time me out for no reason, just coming at me when I'm actually only respect. And that's another thing. Sassy's talking about over talk people. It's a problem. Everybody got a problem with you pretending to be in a meeting or about to get on a flight just so you go skip the line of speaking on people. When I start over talking, and I recognize that everybody says a problem, but what I also tell people to recognize is it be usually be a bunch of people attacking me. So I'm responding because if the host gonna just let them talk wild crazy to me, hell yeah, I'm about to interrupt that shit. You see how Miss T had some type of decorum. She stopped Ness when she was trying to go in on Nyla. She stopped her. So that made it easier for me to stay on mute. But if you just gonna let people be on live saying wild shit and it's more than one person, I'm gonna be very interruptive. But Sassy, it be nobody be coming at you and you be on there pretending to be going to a meeting, getting on a flight. Well, bitch, if you was doing all that, don't hit the link. Who really does that? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you come across as weird and unhinged. Like, just because, see, I can admit things like when I did work for corporate, I work for nonprofit, and I work for corporate. So I've been, even though I never went that high up the ladder, but I've been around people that was, and they would never do half the things you do at these type of prestigious jobs that you claim to have, whatever type of job it is. I never even cared to even guess. I just don't believe you.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying, like, find out what's really going on before you speak on a situation because when you find out this bitch is lying and she has admitted that even she has admitted even in terms of like Pizarro, she's admitted to Pizarro that when me and her got back cool and stuff like that, when me and Ness got back cool and we started talking to each other again, she admitted to Pizarro, oh, I was lying. I was lying on her platform. She admitted, oh, I was lying. I was, yeah,
Wow.
she said to Pizarro, she said, "Oh, I was lying about this heat trying to trying to take like do something to your platform or to something about her cash app." She was like, "I lied about that because I was mad."
Oh, when she said that you was gonna dox a cash up or something. But I
Yeah.
told people Ness be lying. I proved her lying about, look
But she
how
the
hard
whole
she tried to go
point
to separate Benz in this heat. Ness is
right.
a whole diabolical weirdo. Code
She's a
word not.
liar.
Y'all ain't
She's a
gonna learn to
liar.
until it's too late.
And she and that's when she didn't even have I never even told her to say that to Pizarro, but she went and Pizarro confronted her because me and her was cool again, and Ness was back to like being cool with me, loving me, and all this other stuff or whatever. So she was like, she felt inclined to tell Pizarro, like, Pizarro was lying about that. Like, he did not try to do that. I was just lying because I was angry and I was upset. That's what she does. She's a liar. She keeps lying on me. She wants uppity to think that, oh, this heat is just diabolical and this heat's a snake and all this other stuff. The only bitch motherfucker that's been a snake out here has been you. You have been the only person out here that has been thinking about yourself and only yourself. You ain't helped nobody's platform. Everybody around you got lower numbers than you, and everybody around you is struggling and shit like that or whatever because you like it like that. You don't want to see people eating. You don't want to see people growing and shit like that or whatever. You want to be the only bitch that's on, and that's why you're gonna always lose. And that's because you're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking in a collective manner when it comes to the people that are on your platform and shit like that or whatever. Dragon's channel ain't shit. Lemon's channel ain't shit. He gotta go
And
live.
nor do
He
they
wait,
have the
wait,
talent
wait,
to
wait,
take
wait,
it
wait,
anywhere.
wait,
Let's
wait,
be
wait,
honest. These
wait,
people.
wait, wait. He gotta
Okay,
go
go ahead.
live for 9, 10 hours just to look like he got some views and shit like that. You called that shit out. So it's like, girl, you're not doing shit for nobody. You already called out why Lemon goes live for 10, 9 hours so that he looks like he got 4,000, 5,000 views. Because we
Right,
know
I've
that
been
if
said
he
that.
went we know that if he went live for an hour or 2 hours, he would not have those kind of views and shit like that or whatever. It's all bullshit and it's all to make people, and you called that out during the burial and shit like that or whatever.
Right.
Just
I've
like
been
you
said it
tried.
from the get go. I can see what, like, I may not be good at math, but I see that shit. I know basic ones.
And
Yeah.
everybody that Ness talks about, I all you gotta do is make her mad, and everything that I say that she said about people, it always comes out because every time she gets mad, she tells you what she really feels about you, and that's when it came out. Just like when I told ODS that she called him a pedo. It came out, and it was back then she called him a pedo on her own platform. She called you a pedo, and you over there thinking she trying to help you, bitch. She couldn't even dox me 3 weeks ago. Y'all motherfuckers are losing, and we threw out that curveball purposely on you, ODS. I'm just letting you know I know you, nigga. I know your family. I know your cousins. I know about Aunt Dot. I know about Uncle Sam. I know about all them motherfuckers that passed away in your fucking family. I know a lot about you, ODS. Bitch, you not on my fucking level. And the fact that Ness has to recruit people to try to find me, that lets me know that bitch is already losing. She ain't ready for me. And none of y'all motherfuckers is ready for me because I'm always gonna have more information than you motherfuckers is gonna have on me. I'm always gonna be no, I'm roll by my fucking self and shit like that. And she's mad that she didn't have no hand in my platform, but I could say I had a hand in her platform. My platform is growing and shit like that. And ain't nothing you motherfuckers can do to stop it. That's what y'all trying to do, is y'all trying to stop me. Now y'all trying to put in this narrative, oh, I miss Uppity and Ness together. Y'all miss Uppity getting abused. Y'all miss Uppity being talked to crazy and shit like that. Sure, they was fun to watch, but Ness was mistreating Uppity. Didn't know how to treat Uppity when Uppity would try to tell her, because Uppity not gonna bite her tongue. And if Uppity sees something, she's gonna let you know about it. And instead of Ness and Pizarro, both of them don't like taking constructive criticism. So
At all.
anytime Uppity would say something that wouldn't go along with Ness's narrative and how Ness, or it didn't agree with what Ness was going saying or whatever, that's when Ness would cuss her out. She cusses anybody out that disagrees with them. So I see why Sassy has to lick Ness's ass, and she wanted to deflect over to me when I was on Tracy's panel and shit like that. But that shit didn't fucking work because I'm gonna shut that bitch down every fucking time. Bitch, you gonna kiss ass on your own time. You ain't gonna kiss ass when I'm on the fucking panel because I'm gonna check your ass every fucking time, bitch. I don't play those kind of games. I don't do that shit to you, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or talent when it comes to y'all relationship. I don't get involved, but your bitch ass wants to get involved in shit you don't know nothing about. And like I said, Ness is a well-known liar. I don't lie, Rose. Everything I say is a fucking fact and will be verified and has been verified and shit like that or whatever. Just like she tried to lie and make it and play along with Lemon, and she's always dogging him out behind the scenes when she was talking to me and shit like that. Call him all kind of fags and shit. But in front of the cameras, she ain't said none of that shit. That's why Lemon does that passive aggressive shit to Ness. And that's why he had them niggas in his Discord disrespecting Ness and shit, because he knows that Ness be dogging him out. Just like she dogged him out during the burial. Why? She's the one who came up with the name calling you a Fruit Loop, nigga. I didn't come up with that name, but he tried to make it seem like I'm the only person who's out here calling him all kind of fags and shit like that. No, Ness thinks you're a fag too, but she's not going to say that to you because right now y'all on good terms. But go back to her previous videos when y'all are fighting, She says all this shit. So all the things that I say can be verified. Ness don't never have no fucking receipts. That's why she had to recruit a whole team to try to find me, bitch. Still ain't came up with nothing. All them niggas is whack. Jay Dunn can't find shit. Jay Dunn don't have shit. And if Jay Dunn even does any kind of work for Ness or whatever, when it comes to me, like that lets me know how fucking how low of a self-esteem that Jay Dunn has, because Ness trashes Jay Dunn at any given moment. So she's now working for somebody who talks shit about her, who disrespects her whenever she feels like it. That's some weak ass shit. So I can't respect that. Oh, uppity.
Exactly. No, cannot. And people in the chat, yeah, I get you. Like nobody's not. I don't think nobody on this panel said Ness is not talented. It's unfortunate that she doesn't focus on her talent instead of just being a
Who said
hater and
she's not?
vindictive and bitter.
Who
If I was, like I said,
who said she's not
Ness,
talented?
yeah, huh?
Who says she's not talented?
No, I was telling that to some people in the chat. I said like nobody didn't say that. What we're saying is she just choose to focus on her talent and hating on other people's talent. She's talented, but the talent doesn't stop at her. Other people are talented as well. And when people go to genuinely support her, she rather try to treat them like shit.
Her
Now
being
she do
talented,
treat her haters like shit, but it take a long fucking time. And like I said, but she would easily go back to them because they could be fake with each other. But if you genuinely like a person, it's hard to be fake and do
talent
bullshit to
has
them.
nothing to do with the topic at hand.
I
Talent
know that,
has
but I was
nothing
just
to
making
do.
them aware
Right.
because I don't want I don't want that narrative spin because I just know how they
Yeah.
operate. And me personally,
We're
I just don't
talking
got the
about
time for that bullshit.
characteristics. What people need to understand, because I don't know, I'm not watching the chat, but what people need to understand, we're talking about characteristics and certain traits and personality and shit like that. We're not talking about
Correct,
everybody on
exactly.
here. Everybody on here has some type of talent that is irrelevant to what we're talking about. So stay on. Everybody needs to stay on topic and understand where we're coming from and shit like that or whatever. Like I said, the lick ass brigade is not gonna be able to I mean, to come around me. I don't like people who can't. Grown ass adults who's afraid to speak to another grown ass adult and afraid to call another adult out. I don't respect that. I don't respect
Yeah,
that.
exactly, and and that I think that's why I hope Ness and Sassy really do create a real bond, and I do think
They
it comes
won't.
because Ness knows that she's on some bullshit, so she gets people like it's easy to see that Sassy has some type of self esteem issues, so she been blowing Sassy head up. Well, you so beautiful. We I see you. They didn't see what I
Ness
see. So
Ness
unless
don't
she's
even
saying
like
Sassy's not
Sassy.
photogenic because we all seen Sassy's picture, so I'm not calling Sassy ugly, but I just wouldn't put her in the beautiful category. That's just my personal opinion, and I have no problem giving the next woman their flowers in the looks department. If you pretty, you pretty. That's it. Even if I don't like you, it's some bitches I can't stand. But I was like, you know what? She's a pretty bitch, but I can't stand that hoe regardless. Or I might not just address your looks at all.
And
I don't know.
what
Hmm?
Sassy fails to understand, what Sassy fails to understand is that there was times just like I had to get Brooke off of, I mean, Ness off of Brooke's ass. I had to get Sassy off of Ness's ass. I mean, um I had to get Ness off of Sassy's
No,
ass.
it's easy.
I
Remember when she bought that membership and Ness cursed her the fuck out? You had to go on live panels and calm her down. So they should remember this shit. So while Sassy turning on you, I think y'all charged like $20 for the Nication, remember? Something like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Sassy pointed out, I don't know if it's true or not, but remember she was saying something about how she got a refund and she didn't ask for one, and Ness did something stupid by I guess canceling that tier two early or something like that. And she had
Yeah.
said something about that, but she was trying to be nice about it. Ness cursed her clean the fuck out. And I remember you had to go on the panel and calm her the hell down. Like she's supporting you. Da da da.
That's what I'm saying. When Ness be telling people, oh, this he doesn't like you and all this other stuff or whatever, that is projection because that's how she truly feels about you. That's how she truly feels. Just like when Ness is calling everybody, her and Brooke is on her panel, on Ness's panel, calling people drug addicts. It's all a projection. It's projection. That's not how anybody. They should already know by now. I'm very assertive. I'm very outward when it comes to how I feel about people. I'm very direct and very blunt. Like I said, you're gonna know how I feel about you because I'm not gonna be able to contain it. So the fact that Ness will say stupid shit like that and people will actually buy it, I honestly didn't have an issue with Sassy like that, even though I did see Sassy, she is fake and she does be trying to like clout chase. She wants to be on the biggest panel. She needs to be seen, she needs to be heard and all this other shit. You know, that's fine or whatever. But when you come into and when you start fucking around and start messing with my business and you start talking about shit that you know nothing about, and you're just doing this one-sided shit where you're just gonna listen to one person and not listen to both parties, that lets me know that you're dumb and you need to get out of my fucking face and you need to stay out my way, because I can't take a bitch that can't think for herself. I can't take a bitch that's gonna lick ass because for clout and all this other shit. Clout that probably's not even gonna last. So it's like stupid. And all them motherfuckers that have, I promise you, all them motherfuckers that have tried to turn on me, they're gonna be back in my face soon. So I'm just, yeah, they're gonna be back in my face. They're gonna be back in my face, but they're not gonna be allowed to be back in my face because I don't play those fucking games. If you're gonna be phony with me now, bitch, stay phony and stay on that side because I already know what's going to happen. I already see what's gonna happen. So yeah.
And the only thing I told you I have to say about that is the same thing I said last time. Unless you have like a personal relate, because I do, like, I think your channel will be a great place because it's something needed. It's going to be a neutral place where you're not needed. Like, you don't need the cash apps or the shares and subscribers. So you're coming from a more biased place with your commentary, and people, they appreciate things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're going to be much needed. So I think you're going to have to get certain people time. So unless you had a personal relationship with these people, we got to realize Nessa is good at what she does. She has gotten both of us as well at some point in time, right? So you
Right.
cannot put that on subscribers or even other content creators that are not aware. So unless you have some type of personal relationship with them, I would like just scale it back a little bit, and you know what I'm saying, and see where it goes from there. It's one thing if they really know you. They see you, and but they have been seeing you through a certain light based on you know who you was down
Yeah.
for because you was down for them. So that's the only thing I told you,
But
and I think
but my
you should
thing
listen to
was, and I understand where you're coming from, but my thing is that with people like Sassy and other individuals, be observant first. Look at what's going on. Look at both sides. Go look at me, watch what I do and watch what she does. And then make your decision or whatever, or even go to the point of asking questions. See, when I'm unsure, and if that was her and Talent out here, acting crazy and shit like that, I would probably, if Talent had a channel, I probably would click on his link and ask him, well, why is this happening? Why is this or whatever? I'll ask Sassy, why is this? If I really wanted to know, I'll ask them from the chat. I wouldn't just take one person's word for it and act as if that was the gospel when we know that person's known for fucking lying and shit like that or whatever. That's the thing that annoys me. But I don't want her nowhere near me because I see how she moves when she gets around. She's a whole clout chaser. It's all about a clout chase. It's all about let me be up under you because you got a couple of numbers now, or that you're the newest thing out right now and shit like that. I can't respect that. I can only respect
Yeah,
a
we
real
know that
bitch.
for Sassy, but I was just speaking on other content
Oh
creators
yeah,
that may
yeah.
not be aware. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but still be observant and then form your opinion. Don't just form your opinion based off of somebody who wants to look like a victim. Meanwhile, they're trash, they're disrespecting everybody in sight. That's stupid. So I'm not going to I like I said, I'm gonna try to give people a chance and shit like that or whatever, but at the same time, if I saw it just like Film Noir, she's blocked indefinitely because that bitch is fake. She's phony.
Yeah, no, it's a healthy balance. The only reason why I'm saying this because I've been here since the beat set the conception, and I gotta give a lot of these subbies credit. They came a long way. In the beginning, they couldn't even go in other people's chat, and so Sirius Baylor, she said these people don't care about hearing both sides. Is usually the bigger content creator, but yeah, that's how it was in the older days. But even not so much because some content creators are smaller, but they had like a faithful following as well. So that's what I'm saying. The way this sector was built on cult mentality, it was always weird to me. But that's why I said I give these people leeway because I used to be the same way, like just how you are right now, and I'm still that way with certain people. Like somebody like Nubian Warrior, like she be doing too much. But there's so subbies they really don't know. They don't watch certain. Maybe they didn't see the video, or maybe like they just believe the crowd. But I feel like you even got the power to have people come listen to you. So you got a power that a lot of subbies don't got. That I mean, content creators don't got. That's been here for years. You can draw more people in to listen to you. You understand?
Well, yeah, yes, yes. And see how me and Uppity
And
can
it's
have
power
a
in
dis
numbers. Trust and believe that.
right.
God.
You see how me and Uppity can have a conversation and nobody's getting cussed out, nobody's getting talked down to, and that's what people are afraid of. Uppity, they're afraid of me and you coming together. So now all of a sudden, oh my God, even though Sassy don't really care for you, oh my God, I do miss the Ness and Uppity dynamic, and oh my God, all this bullshit or whatever. That's to make you go back over there to
Right,
be
right. But that
abused.
ain't happening.
Like it's like what the hell? Like we don't see what y'all are doing and shit like that or whatever. Like no. No, Ness made her bed and Ness is going to lie in it. She got those losers on her panel that's going to bring her platform down. So let that happen. Me and Uppity are going to thrive without Ness. And that's just what it's going to be because Ness made it seem as though you need her, Uppity. Oh no, she made it seem as though that she didn't need you and that you weren't an
Right.
asset to her panel.
Correct.
Meanwhile, and then the whole thing with even panel gold or whatever, because I even said this to
But
Dimples
no,
or whatever.
now no. Did you hear her new theory? I'm jealous of Shakira and he's competition. Like he's literally not competition. He's literally going around being a court dresser, humiliating himself for what I don't even know the problem, but I don't even care.
I think Shakim, I think he sees Ness for who she is, but I also think that he thinks that she is his only way in, or that she has a valuable platform or something, whatever the case may be. But
She
that's
has the
not
most tolerant for his bullshit. He can slap the shit
but
out of
but
her. She'll turn the other cheek and be
he's
like,
a
"He playing with me."
but
Like
she's
he's weird.
around him. But he's around her. I mean, the only reason she's around him because she thought that me and him was going to do some sort of collaboration, and that was never in the works. I never ever saw Shakim as an asset. Even when he wanted to offer me money to go over to his platform and to enter whatever to have a conversation or whatever. I went over to his platform for free to just tell him I don't have a problem with him, but at the same time, it was never ever anything in the works of me having any type of collaboration with Shakim because Shakim has no value to me. He has no value. None of those guys have any value. Actually, to me, they repel people. They repel people from going and listening to what they have to say. Their platforms aren't flourishing. Shakim's dishing out money, and he's not really getting a big return on it because his views are still where they were at when I first known about him, and I first known about him having a channel. So he's literally paying someone for nothing, and he doesn't even see that his channel is not flourishing. Nobody gives a fuck about him. Yes, his name
Right.
is mentioned. Yes, his name is mentioned now due to the fact that he embarrassed himself, but that shit's not gonna last at all. And it's like you're paying thinking that you're getting a service from a bitch that had to learn from me and had to learn how to be consistent from me, had to learn how to do commentary from me, had to learn a lot of different stuff from me or whatever, and then learn how to structure her commentary and shit like that or whatever, how to even make her membership tiers, all the different type of shit on her channel is all me. So it's like, how the hell is the student going to teach somebody else like something? You know what I'm saying? How can she teach? What can she teach him when she has not successfully grown anybody's platform? She has not successfully grown anybody's platform. Lemon stuck under her ass or whatever, and she told her people to go over there. But she did not grow his platform. She brought told her people to go over there. She told her people to watch him, and she directed them over there, but that's not growing somebody's platform. We started from the fucking bottom with Ness's platform and shit like that or whatever. And I had told Ness, I said, all you have to do is listen to me and follow my direction, and your platform is gonna grow and you're gonna surpass Pizarro. And look what happened. I'm already at 2K in fucking in a month, in less than a month's time. I don't need no fucking direction from no fucking crackheaded bitch. I don't need no direction from no bitch that can't that couldn't even take care of herself, that was begging for a crock pot. That's not me. I don't need no direction from this. This is my field. I know how to grow platforms and shit. But like I said, Shakim, he's wasting his fucking money. But if he needs to be seen so bad, and all these dudes to have this bad bitch energy where they need to be seen, they need to be. I remember when dudes used to just play it back, like they used to stand in the back and shit like that, and they didn't need to be on Front Street and shit. They like the woman used to be in the. I mean, on Front Street, they used to be the ones that wanted to be seen and be on, to be the bad bitches and shit. But now these dudes, they want to be the bad bitches. They want to be the ones that everybody sees, and they want to get all the attention and shit. And that's just weird to me. I don't understand. But like,
Me
but
either.
Shakim has no talent. He has no talent. I was never ever thinking about collaborating with Shakim, Cole, any of those dudes, because all those dudes, they suck. Their opinions, nobody gives a fuck about their opinions. I don't give a fuck about their opinions. Like they had a whole 2 hour long video the other day. Even Brianna played it, and that 2 hour video barely got over 1K. I mean, didn't even get over 1K. It's still at 1K. That shows me right there, you don't got it. Ain't nobody listening, no nobody give a fuck and shit like that or whatever. So, and the only person that's winning in that, like I keep saying, the only person that's winning that's laughing at you motherfuckers is Cole, because he pays the least amount of money, but he's getting the most traction on his channel. Shakim paying the most amount of money and he ain't getting shit on his channel. Ness is charging that dude. Now she's charging these dudes by the hour and ain't giving shit. She has no knowledge to give these guys. Nothing. Ness has talent. She can grow. I mean, her platform will grow or whatever, but they don't have any talent. So what do you tell guys that don't have any talent, or what can you teach them? What can you teach them? I can teach them. I know what I can do. I know what I can say to make them grow their channel, but I don't need their money. Ness is just stringing these guys along, taking their little pennies, and their platforms aren't flourishing. I don't see shit about their platforms that I want to watch. That's just me. What about you, Uppity? Sorry about that.
No, I mean you were speaking all facts about the matter, but like I said, and nobody mad. Get your hustle on. Give me 1 second. Go ahead. I'm pause.
Right, get your hustle on. But then the thing is like Brianna was like, well, why aren't they, why aren't, she was saying
Wait,
something
hold on a
yesterday.
second. Hey, Miss Things. If you want to
Oh
hit the
yeah.
link, you can because they be shutting you down. You are a good panelist. You are
Yeah, I
welcome
like
over
that
here
girl. I like
anytime.
her. I like her. Yeah, I like her. And Brianna was saying something yesterday like, well, why are these people saying that, why are so many people saying that they're using me or whatever, but they're not using Ness? Aren't we both getting money out these guys? Well, Brianna, you both of y'all look desperate. We've all said that both of y'all look desperate, but we know that you are starving, you are craving for any kind of male attention. They're, like I said, these guys don't have enough money to allow. I mean, cold. You will literally, that dude ain't even paying you like that. He ain't even paying you. He got what, a membership on your channel, and you literally share him out. You literally talk about him throughout your commentary. Shit that nobody even gives a fuck about. You force people to listen to this dude, and he gives you the least amount of money. That's why people think that you are desperate for male attention. That's why people think that you are you're lonely and that you need somebody and shit like that. And while you talking about me and Ness and all this other shit or whatever, like Ness is the one that is still jumping on panels just like she did today with T Velocity, jumping on panels trying to separate me from people and trying to make it seem like she still got something, still fucking with me, or she got some type of hold on me and shit like that. I'm not doing that. So when you try to make it seem as though I'm wanting Ness or I'm whatever the case may be, that is a whole fucking lie. Everywhere I go, every single panel I hit, you see Ness bring her stupid ass in the chat. So who's following who? You really got to understand what you're talking about when you make these fucking arguments. Don't get mad at me because none of these dudes really want you, and that Lemon and all them other dudes is laughing at your fat ass behind the scenes because they know none of these dudes really want to fuck you. None of these dudes find you attractive, and it's all a joke. I'm not gonna watch your fucking dating show joke. I'm not gonna watch that shit. But the rest, everybody else can watch it, but I'm not gonna watch it, Brianna. I'm not gonna watch you make another fool of yourself. The only thing you should be worried about is your weight loss. That's the only thing you should be concerned about. You should not be concerned about getting a man. You need to be concerned about your heart. You need to be concerned about your kidneys. You need to be concerned about your lungs. You need to be concerned about your needs. You need to be concerned about things that actually matter, Brianna. That's what you need to be concerned about. Because all this other shit, and and you get barely breathing and shit like that. You should be concerned about that. Your health should come first, not no fucking relationship. That's why you haven't progressed now, because you're around a whole bunch of enablers that are telling you you're cute and you're pretty when you're not, and you look disgusting, and you got all those
And
quirky
that's a
pimples and
fact.
shit.
And that's some real shit. And that's the one thing I don't like about Brianna people. They will not call her out, even when she's very delusional. Like, even she's trying to rewrite history how she was used by men, and she's continuing to get used by men on a whole nother level. Just because y'all won't tell this girl the honest truth about herself. Like her DMs is filled. We jealous over Olympic shots.
Well,
You know
you
what I'm
think
saying?
she
Do y'all see how she talk about sex? It's like she has no experience with it. It's weird. But
right?
y'all keep letting her make a fool of herself. More men are gonna come in and leech off of that bitch. So if y'all really like her, y'all would tell her the truth. It shouldn't have to be her so-called haters.
No, no, no. But see, everybody is not hating on you. And sometimes the people that you deem as haters, those are the people that's actually keeping it real with you. You might not want to hear it, Brianna, but they're telling you the real. They keeping it real with you and shit like that or whatever. You just don't want to hear it. So when you don't want to hear what people have to say that might be truthful and might be hurtful to you, and you might need to take it in, you deem it as you just brush it off, and you make it seem as though, oh, we're hating on you and stuff like that. None of them, no, I definitely ain't hating on your pennies that you're getting from these dudes. I'm definitely not hating from you being stupid, and you talking about code and every single day, and you forcing your members and your people to watch code, and to care about what code's talking about and shit like that. Meanwhile, he ain't giving you shit. He's giving you the least amount out of all them dudes and shit like that or whatever, and you still talking about him. You still sharing him out. There's nothing to hate off of. There's nothing to hate off of, because nobody gives a fuck about none of these dudes and shit like that or whatever. They're using you. They're not using me. So I can't hate off of being used. If you want to be used, Brianna, and look stupid, because you are looking stupid no matter how you try to spin it. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You talking about, oh, I'm getting this kind of money and all that. Bitch, you ain't getting no real fucking money. They giving you pennies. They throwing pennies at your fat ass, bitch. And you think you really doing something, and you're not. You're not doing shit. And the reason
But you
why
know what's
people,
crazy this heat? You're not saying nothing that's a mystery because these guys have basically either straight up said it out their mouth or said it in a roundabout way. Like the guy DJ Real, he straight up came and said he's not giving nothing he's gonna miss. But if they was around people with money, men or women, they would know that. Just because 500 means a lot to you, it could be like some people $20 ain't shit to them, but it mean the world to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So there's some people that can have that same mentality when it goes to the 100. That's why I can tell why a lot of you people have not been around people with money. Some people can give you 500 and it's like giving you $1 or 20. It doesn't mean nothing. But because of your circumstances and lack of social skills or the ability to be around people with money, you don't know that. And that's why, and once people do that and they see how easily you are so excited over petty money, they're going to keep throwing it at you, of course.
exactly. And then that's the thing with Brianna. Like, girl, you're not getting any real money. And I'm not, I'm not caring about any of that shit that you're talking about. I just see that, you share out the guy who gives you the least amount of money, and you look stupid. He's laughing
Like
at
the
your
guy that
fat
get
ass.
the most one she was bragging about, he find. Do you should I was on his live the other day because a bunch of people were sharing this. I figured something happened. I went down and dropped in the chat. But DJ Rose is one of the Umar boys I didn't mind because he only came, he spent some cash, he wasn't sitting on panels, he wasn't doing live, acting like he know. I believe he really do got it bad. And he was basically talking about that in his live. But anyway,
Right.
he says that fat women are so disgusting and this and this and that. He would never da da this and da da that. And then when I was in his live the other day, he was calling this girl a fat so and so. And if you see the girl, Brianna, I can imagine how he feel about you. That girl is like,
Did
try
you
probably
see?
take two of her to make me.
Did
So
you
I can
see?
imagine how he feel about computer back Bree. But go ahead.
Did you see Brianna yesterday? I think it was yesterday or the day before. She confronted Code, and she was like, "Well, Code, I kind of got a problem with you because because you kind of called me like he called her he was shading her weight and stuff like that, and
Oh no,
he
I
let people
didn't. Do tell, please.
yeah, she was basically saying that he either shaded her weight, or he allowed people to shade her weight on his platform. And I'm like, you stupid bitch, this is what I was telling you, you dumb bitch. I was telling you that they're laughing at you, bitch, while you over here thinking you got a friend, you sharing these dudes out and they talking about you, bitch. I babe even said it. They're talking about y'all. They're laughing at you bitches. You bitches are disgraceful. You bitches are nobody wants to take home. And they are literally laughing at you, and of course he's gonna allow people to come on his panel and drag you and shit, and of course he's gonna apologize because he still needs you. But like I said, you guys are building up these dudes panels, you guys are building up these dudes panels to literally trash talk you when y'all fall out. You stupid, and you damn sure
Mm,
ain't getting enough
but they
money.
didn't even fall out. That's the thing
No,
that
they
see,
didn't. No, they
they
didn't.
have not fallen out.
I'm not saying they have. I'm saying when they do fall out, you're building them up so that when they do fall out, they're going to trash talk you. They're going to treat you like you didn't even matter, that you don't even exist.
But
They're
they
going to
doing it
dog
right
your
now.
ass.
I did
Right.
hear one
But it's
clip
going to
on
get
True
even worse.
Enterprise
It's
where
going to
she
yeah.
basically was defending Cole bad behavior. Let's not forget the reason why a lot of these women that initially like Cole don't know more is because he told a story, some weird story. I wasn't there to hear it, but I do know I asked him personally when I went to his platform when I got a cash app saying that he was over there dragging me. I'm like, who? I don't know this nigga. And the person cat saw went over there and chat rap episode. So he admitted to me that he did talked about black women as a collective in a derogatory way.
But I look at
And he
Cole as
said,
black
yeah,
though. I look at him as black. He's black to me.
no, I'm saying he said
Oh,
that he talked about because Cole he considers himself 75, I think 25. It don't even matter. They could have some of these men, some of these black men have such self hate. They could
yeah.
literally be black. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's
usually the
definitely
darker
a lot
skinned
of
ones.
self hate because he has more melanin than a lot than most
Okay,
people.
he got
He's
all the
black.
negative features associated with Asian people. Flat pie face bitch, and then his black features didn't save him. So I think he thought he was gonna do it again. But anyway, but what Cole told me out his own mouth is that he got almost lost his job for saying derogatory things about black women, and then he made it. Okay, hold on. What happened? And then he made it seem. Okay, mama. And then he made it seem. Here, you can write it over there. Just don't put it on that side. Which one you want? Oh yeah, so he made it seem like he only got he was apologetic. I did a
Right.
video that Ness flagged, and I think that's the real reason Ness flagged the video because he was admitting that the same story he told me wasn't true. He lied. He wasn't apologizing about the things he said about black women,
Of course.
and he think black women are jealous of Asian women and himself because he considers himself half Asian.
And Brianna thinks that if she does nice things for them or be nice to them, that they're gonna like lay off of her and shit like that or whatever. But no, they're still going to have panels, having people up there. If they don't do it themselves, they're gonna have people up there shading you and dragging you. And then, they literally have said what they think of you and shit like that or whatever. We've seen the behind the scenes shit or whatever of these dudes talking shit about you bitches, and y'all are trying to like gloss over it as if it never happened. No,
He, he did live saying that.
this is what they think of you. This is what
No,
they
but
think of
did
you.
you know he did
So
live telling Shakira he was a simp and a fool for giving him and MBK, the one that Ness made her
yeah,
mad.
he made
They
fun of
they
them.
did
Yeah.
live saying that Shakira is a dumbass nigga for giving Ness a damn dime. To,
Right,
it's
right. And
weird.
and that right there, that's why I said, man, when it comes to like bitches, like even like sassy, like girl, like you got these, you both of the bitches that you support the most are the dumbest bitches around and shit. They're doing the dumbest shit. They're not getting no fucking real money and shit like that or whatever. They're getting demeaned, they're getting talked about, they're getting belittled behind the scenes. And now, and but
Oh yeah, I would
when they
love to see
appear,
their group chat. I would love to see it. And Ness talking about she got with no Ness. They got a group chat talking about you too. Code
they
is
talk about all of them.
75% black and 25% Asian. Let's
They talk
respect
about all of them.
his
And if you go
racial
back to
identity.
and if you go back to if you go back to ZX's previous videos, you go back to ZX's previous videos, you can see what MBK thinks about uh black, I mean not black women, but like women like Ness in her position and shit like that or whatever. You'll see what he thinks about women like Brianna. You'll see, you know what I'm saying? But then when he started coming around the women in the beef sector, he started changing and saying, "Oh, well, I like this person," but that doesn't change the fact of what you said about this person. That doesn't change the fact that you called Ness a bum. All these people, that doesn't change the fact that Shakim tried to take Ness's monetization. We got receipts on that. So, and you got the, and you modded these people up. I will never respect no bitch like Sassy that's rolling with dumb bitches like this. This nigga, like Shakim tried to take her monetization and she modded this dude up. MBK said Ness was a bum. She modded this dude up. She likes abuse. She likes abuse. I don't like abuse. I don't like toxicity. I don't like none of that shit. She's a dumb bitch. There's
Yeah,
nothing that anybody can say. The moment somebody calls me a bum or anything like that, I don't want nothing to do with them and shit like
right.
that or whatever. That's a bitch that has like a high, I mean,
And
or
no,
a
she
dude
made him a
or
mod.
whatever. If that's a bitch
MPK
or
literally said
somebody that
that.
has a high self-esteem. If you have a high self-esteem, you're not going to allow somebody to say something like that and then entertain them. You're not gonna do that. That's what a low self-esteem bitch does, and that's how Ness moves. Ness moves like a bitch that has a low self-esteem. Brianna moves like a bitch that has a low self-esteem. Neither one of y'all bitches are moving like boss bitches because boss bitches would have cut them niggas off and would have let them rant to themselves on their panel with 30 people or 20 people or 10 people in the chat. That's what a real bitch would have did. But y'all bitches don't move like real bitches. We know that Brianna is fucking desperate for anybody, any male to pay attention to her. There was no reason if, and I was there when I seen Cole say how stupid Shakim was for even paying these bitches. I was there. That's why I said he is winning because he's getting the most exposure from Brianna's dumbass, getting all this exposure on, I mean, from Brianna on her lives, and he don't give Brianna shit. He don't do shit for Brianna. Wow, he got a what, $3, $2 membership, bitch? You think you winning? You ain't winning. You look dumb as fuck, bitch. I don't never want to hear you talk about me and my situations because I don't have no problem getting no women and shit like that. You have a problem getting dudes because dudes are disgusted by you. Bitches are not disgusted by me. I don't have no
Yeah,
problem getting no
it's
bitches
Bitcoin.
at
I wanted
all.
to ask you. That's what I was trying to ask you. And that's what I was trying to ask you to see. I don't
Yeah.
trust the Bitcoin thing, but is Bitcoin real money? And did he? How much did he give Ness? Because he literally said in the text messages that Ness allowed Jay Dunn, which is something that happened recently, to drag Glitter Boo's daughter. So he really got it. He meant what he said in that text recently. So was Ness paid off in Bitcoin, and how profitable is that? I'm
I,
confused
I
because
hope
he
I
don't have
hope
no
not.
money. He claimed to be a Bitcoin millionaire.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. That's like not giving Ness anything. Bitcoin, no. Uh-uh.
Like, girl, if you're
That's
doing
like
all this for Bitcoin, get help immediately. Get help.
yeah, no, no, no. Hell no. You know. And one of but I can't even say that. But I have people in my family that work with like that help people like invest their money and shit. We never tell people like people in my family never tell people to invest in like a Bitcoin or anything like that or whatever. Like that is
Yeah,
just
I've never known
fucking
any
like
investor to say that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
yeah.
Every time I see it, it's usually some scammer type shit.
No, yeah, that's really stupid and stuff. And like I said, when y'all don't understand the fact that does not know how to think for herself, she does not know how to she does not let's
Oh
see.
yeah, Tracy clocked the fuck out of her. Brianna is a liar. Just like she tried to say that nobody stole her pocket, but guess just like she's trying. I always told y'all I came on here. I told
Wait,
y'all like I don't deal with niggas that
what
have
was that
minimum
comment that you
wage.
just
Or
what was
broke
that?
niggas. But Brianna, it's clear you dealing with dusty niggas. Cole has an online degree that ain't worth shit. He got to stand behind your fat ass, and he can't stand you or your look,
Wait,
bitch. He
what was
he
that
doesn't want
comment?
you associated with him. That's why he's doing this to you right now, big back computer breed, so
What
he
was
could
that
be able to
comment
point that
that
out
you
later
just
on.
highlighted just a second
Huh?
ago? What was that comment that you just had up?
Which one?
That one. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Tracy clocked the shit out of
Oh
her.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
And yet now she also trying to say nobody stole her purse. She's a whole liar. And like I said, Brianna, you've been getting used and you're getting used at a worse pace. That's why I'm trying to say you don't have to believe us, but your people should tell you the truth.
I
But
mean,
Riley let you
nobody
come out with
thinks
those red pants and drop top stomach. So girl, you don't know how to pick them online or off.
nobody thinks that Brianna, is the pick of the litter. Brianna will never be the pick of the litter. Brianna will never be anybody that anybody picks over any, like, she will never be that top notch bitch, and she wants to be. I mean, nobody thinks that you're that a top notch bitch, Brianna. We know you have to take what you can get. That's why we know that you're kind of, there's no other reason for you to be promoting these guys like that. And I really think now, now that I think about it, I really think you're promoting them to keep them off of your ass. But the thing is that it's inevitable. It's going to happen. They're going to end up dragging you themselves because, that's what they want to do anyways. And that's what they're leaning towards. No matter, and that's why it don't have nothing to do. Everything is not about monetary gain when it comes to Brianna. It's also about the fact that she knows that these guys, she
No,
knows that these
it's validation. She
Right.
doesn't get it, and I get
But she
that.
know she doesn't want them to drag her because Brianna has a really big issue with men dragging her. Now she doesn't like women dragging her, but when men drag her, it hits her to the core. She does not like that. It hurts her. And she does not want those guys to be on her ass. That's why you see her sharing
Yeah,
out
she's
cold.
extremely sensitive.
Right.
No matter what you say,
She
she'll
tries
come
to
back
act
with it.
like
And, yeah.
yeah, she tries to act like she's not, but like even when she tries to front and act like she doesn't, that she's not upset about those little posts that I be doing on my channel, she acts like she tries to share them out and shit to act like she's not upset about it or whatever, but she actually is, because we see how disgusting of a display you are as a woman. We don't understand you, Brianna. We think that you look abnormal, and she keeps acting surprised as if she be asking herself, well, why is it that she was like, well, why is it that they don't see me the same way they see Ness, or why don't they see me the same way they see Brooke? Why can't they see that I'm not desperate? Because we think that you're abnormal, and we think that you look abnormal. We think that you're trying to do we think that it's not about money. We think it's about validation with you, because we can't fathom, we can't understand why a man would actually want to be with somebody that looks like you. I mean, yes, men love big bone women, or not even big bone because that's not even a real term, but men love women who are heavy set or whatever, but they don't like, most men do not like women who are morbidly, disgustingly obese like yourself. So you don't fall into the category of a Brooke who is would be considered, she is obese, she's not, she's fat. Men like women that are kind of heavy like that. They don't like women who are like 600 pounds and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's where
Right,
you
there
go
is a
wrong.
difference.
You
And they
look
could be delusional. Like I
abnormal.
tell people, I have a tiny waist from the back. That's why y'all see me doing exercises, so I could work on my tiny waist from the front. I don't like to see the glasses half empty. I rather see it as half full. So I
Right.
want my waistline to match the back, like it doing, like, I want my back to and front to match. That's what I'm working on.
And
But
that's
with
why
you,
I thought that the men that's gotten with her in the past, I was like, well, the only I was like, well, and it was a question. I wasn't even disrespecting her, but I asked Allie, I was like, well, does Brianna have a feeder? Is that a feeder? Like, cause she keeps talking about a man that wanted her and stuff like that. And I can't think of any man that would really want her for real unless he's a feeder, unless he's a man that enjoys feeding a sloppy hog like that. That's what I thought. I was like, well, is her man like a guy who enjoys watching a woman gorge and stuff herself and binge eat and shit like that? Is that the type of man that she's attracting? Because I was really asking a real question. I wasn't trying to drag her. I was literally asking a real question, because no man, you are an abnormal. You are shaped abnormal. You are built abnormal. You are four of me. You are four of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, no man in their right mind would want you. No wonder you had to get with a guy who supposedly got married on you and had 9 kids and shit like that. Your life is not my life. I have no problem getting any woman I want. You, on the other hand, you have a problem getting just the bare minimum of a man. You got dudes on fucking bikes and riding the bus and shit like that or whatever. We're not the same.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout out to this heat because like I do actually want to start doing panels. It may not be an everyday thing, but I do actually because that was the main thing that made me go to other people's channels more so than anything else. I like the panels and the interaction, but I actually prefer my own panel. So I'm glad to see like certain people in the chat that I know don't mind click the links and stuff. And I would love like for us to have conversations so people can see because I feel like a lot of golden stuff on panels get gone. Like Miss Things, I see her in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I see how you get cut off a lot on these panels too when you bringing up your opposing opinion. I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's cool if we can have guys over here, which would not be the Umar boys. We will see like we can have a balanced conversation without with disagreement and still get somewhere because the majority of times in my yes, it's pink strawberry
And if
majority
you
of
go
times in
back,
my conversation, I want some type of resolution. So I'm so happy. Like we're gonna start doing panels and everything over here. And I think this you're gonna do some panels too, right?
well, my channel is basically going to be me giving commentary. Of course, I will drop the link after I give my commentary, but it's not going to be like a lemon show where I just drop the link in the beginning and everybody just comes up there and just runs amok. Like, no, organization is key, and having a very valuable channel is quality over quantity with me. I want to really get into the
Fact.
commentary, and I really want to talk about what's going on in the beef sector. And that's what I want to stick to. That's why I said the Umar boys will never be allowed on my panel or anything like that. Because I don't give a shit about anything they're talking about or anything they have to say, because nobody really cares. But yeah, it's gonna be me. My channel is gonna be revolved around my opinion about what's going on. I don't need to do an ODS and drop my do polls and see what everybody else thinks. I don't give a fuck about everybody else's opinion. My channel
Exactly.
is about my opinion.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. But that's what makes out that's what I feel like me and you doing panels will be good. Because I think we both like to like have it centered around us. See, but we admit that. Like
Right.
you
Just
know what
like
I'm saying?
after
But
Ness
when we
does
do
her
do a panel,
after
your opinions will be
right.
respected. It won't be argued with. We can have a debate about it, but it's gonna be more constructive. There will be no name calling. There will be no
Right.
attacks on you based on your opinion. You know, and
And
it
that
will
and
be
that's
respected
insecurity.
importantly.
And that's her insecurity, because why are you getting offended because someone doesn't agree with you or somebody has a difference of opinion? Why does that person need to be cussed out? And I said that to Ness over and over again. Why do you have to cuss people out because they don't agree with you? You need to be secure with yourself to just rebut what they say. Have a rebuttal for what they say. If they disagree with you, that's fine. Just
Right.
rebut what they say and keep
Not
it
with ad
moving. But
hominem.
you're so sensitive and you're so insecure, you don't want to be wrong, but a lot of the times you are wrong. So yes, there are people like Jay Dunn and Uppity that's going to call you out, but we always know that you and Jay Dunn and Uppity are going to fall out because they're not going to bite their tongue. They're not going to kiss your ass. They don't need to kiss your ass. They're not going to be yes men and shit like that or whatever. And they're not going to be a sassy and agree with everything you say without having any receipts. What they're going to do is they're going to tell you their real opinion and be honest and be real about it. And you could take it or leave it. And you, like you did, and you were dropping them from the panel, you were cussing them out, all because they had a difference of opinion and they were calling you on your bullshit. I don't see nothing wrong with that. If we're respectful about it, call me on my bullshit. If I do something wrong, call me on it or whatever. As long as we're not disrespecting each other, there's no reason for us to we can agree to disagree or have a whole discussion about it. I don't have a problem with that, but you're not going to ever see me cuss out my moderators. I'm not going to cuss out my subscribers because they're calling me on my shit. And Ness doesn't like to be called on her shit. The quickest way to become her enemy is to call her on her shit. And if I got to sit around somebody that I have to be on eggshells with 24/7, that's not a valuable platform to me, because I know that there's going to be a time where we're going to end up clashing, because I'm the type of person, I was like that too when I was over there. I was the type of person who did not allow Ness to, I mean, if I saw something, I would call her out. And that me, Uppity, and Jay Dunn were very outspoken. And that's something that Ness does not like. Now she got a bunch of losers over there that are just going along with whatever the hell she's doing and stuff. But how long is that going to last? Because no
Well, she's
matter
gonna
what you,
turn into big computer back Bree, and then
yeah,
there's gonna be another type of poverty to come along and snatch it. But I'm gonna tell you who ain't gonna be you, Brooke, if that's what you sitting around waiting for. No, there's gonna be another poverty
no,
that come along, and let me tell you, it ain't gonna be you, Shakira, either. There's gonna be another person to come along, and because you gotta remember, poverty had high views, but she didn't have no income from that channel. She didn't get really shit. Only thing she could really benefit from was cash out. So poverty, I don't know why she wants to censor herself when you was never the competition hoe. Ness want to get to a place that she think computer back Bree is in, but as she can see, Bree views are declining because of all that false ideology she holds and people that kiss her ass. But the people that kiss her ass, the minute one nigga come along, y'all both do the same thing. Y'all put everybody who's been actually helping you out for years and really have a liking for you. Y'all tell them to kiss your ass over these niggas that don't give a fuck about you. And when these same niggas turn around and give you their ass to kiss, y'all want to come right back to those same people and want them to fight for you. You bitches are weird, and people are getting tired of that. Shout out to the B sector subbies growing up in this bullshit.
right. I mean, I think that yeah, I agree with you. And I just think that, all of this stuff, everything that I've said and I predicted, it always happens and stuff like that or whatever. Just like when, when Ness first started, I predicted that she was going to surpass Pizarro. I mean, I already knew that was going to happen and stuff, especially if she was under my tutelage and under my direction. Of course she was going to pass Pizarro and shit like that or
Yeah,
whatever.
and I was
But
one
then
of the
she
naysayers like this. You doing too much, but now that like I told you last time, I have to sit back and think about it. Ness is so sporadic. Her channel is not making sense. Like the way she's dealing with Shakira, like she needs some type of anchor or co-host, and Shakira can't anchor himself. So how the
right.
hell she think he gonna help her? Yeah, he's more usable, and you can get more people engaged with him than Brooke. But at the end of the day, he can't get nothing going. And the people and you like you're using other people's fish bait. They using Shakira. They throwing Shakira in as bait so they could come in and get the real money. So
But
like,
her only reason, because she was not even dealing with Shakim, which is what I told Shakim. I said, you're being used as a pawn, right? But the only reason she's dealing with Shakim the only reason she's dealing with Shakim is because of, she thought that I was going to get close with Shakim, only because I defended him that day he was on Lady Nika's panel and shit, and they weren't letting him have his say. That was the only time, I even really mentioned that guy or whatever, but I've never ever,
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, she do
I
stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only reason she's embracing, all of a sudden she's embracing Shakim. She's trying to like make everybody like basically
Jealous or mad. Yeah.
turn everybody away from me. That's what she's trying to do. But I never saw Shakim, like I said, he was never a person that I was ever going to take under my wing. I was never going to have any type of collaboration with Shakim. Anything that Shakim wanted from me, he was trying to offer money for it. And I'm sure she read the comments underneath my comment section, and she saw him asking me to come to his platform. He'll pay and stuff like that or whatever. And now, of course, Nessa's money hungry, so of course she wants that money. But I never wanted that money because I would never ever have him on my platform, because I'm very superstitious, and I honestly think that a lot of those guys, they're bad luck. I think they're bad luck, and I think that having them on your platform is going to bring your value of your platform down. And quality is over quantity any day. There's not gonna be no random ass weird ass dudes or women that's gonna be on my platform that I see that are panel killers. I'm gonna let you know straight up, you're not gonna be able to click on my link, or I might just leave you back there, because I don't if I see that you're not gaining anything and your channel's not having any traction, I feel like you're bad luck. I don't want you on my platform. I don't want nothing to do with you. So Ness, you can keep that dude over on your platform. You can keep all those losers on your platform, because you're going to end up making your platform fall while mine's rises. So yeah. Oh, and uppities, as well as uppities, because uppities coming as well. Her platform's gonna be, man, her platform's gonna take off. Like I said, uppity
Yes, of course.
has the right guidance. and she's under the right tutelage and shit like that. Ness wasn't able to teach uppity shit, but I'm able to help uppity with whatever is that she needs done on her channel and shit like that or whatever. So we'll
Yeah,
see
you
how
guys
her
know I need a
change.
lot of tech help and like stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I'm so happy now that we can have like and I don't have to deal with toxic people no more and don't walk around because actually you can see because people like to bring up yeah me and this he could disagree but at the end of the day we're gonna be grown women about it and we're not gonna go overboard for a little petty shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't handle our emotions or we're not dealing with other things, so we're gonna take it out on other people. That's one
Right.
thing I always like about this heat. That's why we always could be center. And this heat has never. I want to say this again has never came in Nyla, even when we was mad. And I always respected her for that.
Yeah, no, no. Because there's so many other avenues to go. But when I would go like with Pizarro, like
Girl,
I
but
even.
it ain't that many avenues now. Cut it out. Go ahead though.
No, 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 no. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, no. It's just
No,
that
I know, but you know
yeah,
me.
you could
I
drag
think
people for other things. You don't really have to go there. Now, I've even seen people like try to drag Pizarro's kids and stuff. Well, I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? I was already doing that. It's a lot of people that bite what I do and shit like that. That I notice that bite the shit that I do, and they want to like make it seem as though they're being this person's dragging this person or this person's doing that. You're biting what I did. I already did that shit or whatever. There's a lot of things that I've already did, just like with the whole intros, all this shit or whatever. You're biting me. You're biting me. All that shit that's on, like I said, that's on Ness's channel. That's just on. I mean, the stuff that's on my channel. You're gonna see my channel is gonna be well produced. My channel is going to be I mean, more structured, more about the commentary. Anybody's allowed to click on my link as long as you stay on topic of what the commentary is about, the beef sector commentary. If you come up there talking about yourself, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about your life. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. If you don't know how to stay on a topic and you just want to come up on and click on my link to be seen, I'ma probably just drop you. I'm not even gonna cuss you out. I'ma just drop you because I don't like panel killers. And that's a panel killer to me. If you're not going to click on my link and you're going to add to the commentary, you don't need to be on my link. I know how to work this shit by myself. So that's what I'm trying to say because there's people who are getting confused when I go live and thinking that they're gonna make it their show. It's not going to be that type of party. We're going to talk about what's going on within the sector. We're going to be talking about people. We're going to be doxing. We're going to be doing all different types of good stuff on my channel as well as on Uppy's channel. You know what I'm saying?
that
So yeah,
that part.
but no, it ain't gonna be no, oh, let me pull a, no disrespect to Rodney, but let me pull a Rodney and let me get on the link because I need to be seen, and I don't have nothing to add to the conversation. We're not
That
moving like
part.
that. We're
For
not moving
real.
like that on my channel. You're gonna come on my channel. If you click on my panel and shit, you're gonna have something to say that's in regards to the commentary. Otherwise, keep your stupid ass in the chat. That's it. You know.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why when Ugly Love made that video about me, she was mad because she asked me for a link and I said no. But on that note, I feel like we covered a lot. And this heat, do you have a date when you're gonna go live?
I don't know, but I don't even like, there's so many losers out there that's trying to like,
I know.
sabotage. So, when I go live, I just, you'll see it because I'll share it out on
Yeah,
my
yeah, you gotta be Cedric. You gotta be Cedric.
yeah,
Let me not sound like
it's free,
poverty. I ain't gonna even try to say the word right now. But
right. But there's so many people that's trying to like, stop, what I'm doing and stuff like that or whatever, or try to go live on top
yeah,
of
but
me.
those same people will swear you ain't shit. You ain't got shit going on. But you
Yeah,
take the time to announce to everybody because you want support, hating on me. And that's why,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Mad hoes clink up, but
But they
great
try to
people
act as if
provide.
I'm not, and they try to act like as if I'm not a threat. But if I'm not a threat, then why are you trying
Right.
to do all this stuff to try to like, like to stop me and shit like that?
Sabotage you and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you can't. You
Exactly.
can't. You can't sabotage someone who actually brings something to the table and somebody who actually has talent and shit like that or whatever. Somebody who taught you, Ness. You can't sabotage me. You gonna
But you
sabotage
know what? No,
yourself.
it don't even matter about. Oh, you know the main thing goes because talent said it best. We're gonna be platforms that the Umar Bros are not allowed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we're also gonna be a. And one thing he didn't say, and I know why he didn't say it because he was trying to spare sassy feelings. We're also going to be an actual biased platform where we call out everybody equally, whether we like them
Unbiased.
or not. And if we
Right.
feel like the other one is not, we're going to call each other on it and we're going to move on.
Right. We're definitely going to be an unbiased platform. And we're going to, definitely call out everyone. Everyone's going to get called out and shit. There ain't going to be no ass licking and shit. Like I said, if you come to my channel and you're respectful, you can click on my link. I'm going to allow you to click on my link or whatever. But the moment you try to you can never disrespect me on my platform because I'm going to ban you from the studio. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of it. But as far as when I go live again, I'm gonna always share it on my community wall every time I go live. But all these people acting as if I'm not no threat and shit or whatever. You see how quickly I'm growing and shit like that. You see how quickly I'm moving and shit. I already know how to do this. This is what I do. I don't need to be an ODS and surround myself by a bunch of bitches and shit. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that because when you really bring something and you really know how to deliver, you don't need to have a group of bitches surrounding you, sharing you out and all that extra shit or whatever. I'll share myself out. And that's what's going to happen and shit like that or whatever. So um soon it will be as soon I will be going live or whatever. And whoever's there is there, whoever's not there is not there. I really don't give a fuck, but people are gonna
Yeah, and well, I
you
can't
know
speak for
people are
this
gonna
heat.
want to watch
I'm
me.
sorry, this heat. Let me say something real quick.
All right.
There's not like y'all already know. Even it's taking me a while to do a dating show that they trying to bite that computer back redid. I heard it fell flat as it should. My ancestors don't play about me. But when it comes to my panels, only certain people are going to be allowed because I know I know the energy I want for my panel,
Right.
and I watch people on panels. So like Miss Thing,
Right.
I want to hit my panel. Black Rampage, I want to hit my panel. Right to be told, I would love her to hit my panel. Certain people, I would love to hit
Oh
my
no.
panel because I like what they give, and I feel like there's certain energy we can bounce off of with each other. And of course, this heat is already on there and Yusuf and stuff like that. So everybody that's been on my panel, I want them back. And then there's certain people, new people, I do want there. So yeah, everybody's not gonna get on here, especially the Omar boys. But yeah,
Right.
go
There
ahead.
there has to
This
be
is
a
your
certain
last word. We about to go. Hold on.
there has to be a certain level of quality that you want to have. Right. That's why Five Babe was so and Babe Nation was so strong. She kept everything in house. Unfortunately, she chose to change direction for her channel, but Babe Nation was strong as fuck for real, for real. Exactly. 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 You
Yeah,
don't
I agree with that. I agree.
that's the energy that I want to be in. I want to do more of a Five Babe type of like, where or Kimmy and Tracy where they do
And
mostly
this is no
solo,
shade, but
where they
whatever you
do
do,
mostly
copyright it first. Cause you see, I didn't like what they did to 5B. I think that's some hating ass shit. Cause they did not want her to grow. And the fact that she grew and talk about a rose growing in concrete, she did
But
that.
Five
And
Babe
they
could
try to
come
take
back.
that from her. I did not like that shit. So
But Five
copyright your
Babe could
shit
come
first.
back. Five Babe could easily come back and do her thing and shit like that or whatever. And if she wanted to. I mean, but the thing is that my channel is not never was the premise of my channel was not centered around panels and shit. I don't give a fuck about no fucking panels. I don't give a fuck about nobody else's opinion. Now, if you want to come and click on my link to add to the commentary, you are free to do that. But as far as you clicking on my link to be seen and be heard and all this shit, keep your stupid ass in the chat. I don't want to talk to you. I don't give a fuck about you. Stay your dumb ass in the chat. Bring your ass over to Lemon's channel where he has a bunch of losers on his panels and shit. I don't do that. My shit's gonna be quality. That's why I deliver. That's why I get what I get when I do have a channel and shit like that or whatever. My everything I do delivers and shit. And niggas try to copy what I do because they want because they don't have a mind of their own. They don't have the creativity that I have. Everything I
Yeah,
come up
no
with.
shade. This
Yeah.
he packed ODS up while they had her pay strike. We haven't seen some shit like that in a long time. She packed his ass right on up while
Oh
on
yeah. I
strike.
mean, because he doesn't understand that that was a warning shot. That means we already that was a warning shot. That wasn't a direct shot. That was a warning shot. So all these people that were saying, "Oh well, this is that," it's his grandmother. We got your grandmother, we got your cousins, we got your uncles. Like I said, I know Aunt Dot, I know Uncle Sam, I know a lot of the people in your family, ODS. I know where you work, I know your number, I know every fucking thing, dude. You don't know who the fuck you fucking with. And unlike Ness, who's dumb as fuck, who's been trying to dox me for the past month, who ain't came up with shit, you not fucking with Ness. I'm way smarter than Ness. I'm the one who's taught her shit. I'm the one who feeds her, gave her information on people. So how the fuck is somebody who don't have energy or the intelligence, who has to get somebody else to do her dirty work? How the fuck are you going to rely on her? How the fuck are you going to rely on anybody from your team? Because your entire team is useless. Everybody on your team is useless. All them bitches, none of them bitches can dox. None of them bitches can do anything. Sometimes Grish can get it right, but Grish ain't even really fucking with y'all no more. And so, and even Grish couldn't even dox me. So if Grish couldn't take the case and couldn't handle the fucking job, then what are you doing? What are you doing? When I have more information on both of y'all put together and shit like that or whatever.
Child,
He
he
was
was
double
confessing sleeping in his car and everything. He wasn't ready, like I said, but he not
right.
real beat sector anyway. And he came behind the see. That's what happened when y'all peak weak ass people to try to build a foundation on. Brianna been a weak ass bitch. Anybody in the beat sector knew that shit. She got her start from sympathy and payola,
But
and she been
when
working
Ness
it ever
found out,
since.
when Ness found out about that whole thing with me and Seven or whatever, the whole lunch thing or whatever, Ness was like literally trying to call for like a whole state of emergency docs on me, and nothing
I
came of it.
know.
Nothing came of it. Nothing came of it. So it's like, damn, bitch, don't you know I'm 10 steps ahead of you, bitch? The only thing you got is your mouth. And only when you run your mouth, we all know that you're lying. We're gonna definitely be posting some pictures up, and we're gonna show what I look like, fully what I look like and what you look like, while you over here trying to talk about people with them bent up crooked ass legs and shit like that or whatever. I don't understand. You lied about a lot of shit. You lied roast on me a lot
And
because
you
you
know
didn't
what
want.
really killed me? People talking about how knock needed leg ass, and she gonna sit here and try to flex with a picture in the chair. Like, sit
She's
your
sitting
stupid
down.
ass down,
Right.
ho.
She's
And
sitting
it was
down.
filtered.
She's
Girl,
sitting
bye.
down. She's she's sitting down. And to have a father, for her to claim that she has a father that all of a sudden is a
Girl,
doctor. I
stand
mean, that's a
up. Literally
doctor.
now. Stand up, you knock knee bitch. Like, people making fun of your
Right.
knock knee. You don't sit in the chair with filter pics and try to flex, you weird
To claim
asshole.
that you have a father that is, a doctor and shit like that. Why didn't he help? Why didn't he take you to somebody, if that wasn't in his practice or whatever? Why didn't he take you to somebody that could fix your leg situation and shit? None of your parents did shit for you. They didn't
Exactly.
even
Like,
care. Wait,
she
wait,
could
wait,
have got it
wait,
for
wait, wait,
cheap.
wait,
They
wait,
she
wait, 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 wait. They didn't even care enough about you to get fucking braces on your fucking teeth and shit. Your teeth is fucking sharp. So even Brianna was like, "Oh, well, Ness probably gave this heat some bomb ass head and all this other shit." If y'all only knew like, I didn't even achieve what I was supposed to achieve. If you because I don't get down with those type of conversations. But the head was whack. It was whack. If you really want me to be honest, that her teeth was very, very sharp and shit like that or whatever. She has some really sharp teeth. The bitch almost like cut me and shit like that or whatever. So let's not talk about that. That bitch don't even know how to give head. If you really want to talk about it, we can talk
well,
about it.
damn.
So
Because
I
she
mean,
said she the sex
I
expert,
I
let
didn't
her
even care.
tell
It
it.
was
But
hard.
she's
I
a
couldn't
former
even enjoy
prostitute,
myself.
so I believed her. Because she's a former,
Right.
I believe a former prostitute when they tell me they're a sex expert. Like, girl, that was your job,
She's
I guess.
not. She's not. And I was like, no.
So
The
that dick thing,
reality.
that little extra, that little extra flesh in the form of a penis, they don't do. That's not no extra stimulation. That don't help,
No,
or she don't know how to
no.
work it.
Her
'Cause
teeth. I
I
mean,
don't know.
imagine for you. Imagine somebody giving you head or whatever, and their teeth are in the way. That's the way it was with Ness. Her teeth are very
Oh, she
sharp.
do got them jagged ass teeth.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
was
why
like,
you should have
damn,
made
like you
her.
almost cut me and shit like that. Like
I was
I
gonna
was like,
say that. I always thought that. I always thought that would be a
So
bother.
when Brianna put out that that stupid ass narrative as, oh, well, this heat must be crazy off of Ness's head. Ness didn't even make this heat come. So what the fuck are you talking about, Brianna? You really need me to talk
And it
about
makes
that?
more
Do you
sense. It
need
seemed
no
like
no? Do
because
you
when
need
she
me to
no, can I say this real quick? Okay.
Do you need me to talk about that, Brianna? Because you over here trying to make it seem like Ness did her thing. No, she didn't. The thing was is that I actually cared about her. And sometimes when you really do give a fuck about a bitch, and when you really do care about somebody, you don't care about the lack thereof of the fact that she did not know how to perform. I didn't look at that. I cared about her outside of that because my mind is not just
Did you not
on
hear her intrinsic
my mind is not
conversation?
just huh?
That's what I was actually so bad because you go,
What
oh, but no, this is so in line with your conversation
no,
because
because
you
my
know,
mind is not just on a sexual thing. They have to understand when I first met Ness, I was she was downtrodden. She didn't have anything. So I looked at her like she was poor. So I looked at her like I was actually caring for her. I actually cared about her. That's what it was.
like we
And
all
that
suspected.
and I was my animosity came from this because she was not grateful for the things that I've done for her. My frustration came from that. That's where my anger was. That's why I'm going at Ness and shit like that or whatever, due to that frustration. It has nothing to do with anything sexual of me being attracted or anything like that. It has something to do with the friendship aspect of it and her being ungrateful and her treating me trying to treat me any kind of way when I've done so much for her when and that's where my energy comes from with Ness and shit like that or whatever. It has nothing to do with no fucking head. My life does not revolve around sex. I'm sorry, Brianna, I've had so much sex in my life. I do not need to have any more sex. I fuck so many women in my life. I don't need to fuck any more women. And I don't even get down like that or whatever. I don't even talk about stuff like that. But you already know I'm not no ugly person. I don't have no problem getting women. I get women all the fucking time. That's not even my thing. But my thing is that you're not gonna spin that fucking narrative as if Ness was like really fuck like we was doing it like that. To I mean I didn't even nut like I didn't even come or anything like that or whatever like nothing came of it. So how the fuck am I? No, I actually literally cared about this girl. I gave a fuck about her. I don't care about her now or whatever, but I gave a fuck about her, and you don't understand where my animosity and my frustration came from. So I have to let you know, Brianna. I know that you're not used to getting sex. I know you're not used to getting fucked. So all you do is talk about everybody else's sex life, bitch. But if you really got it like that, the way that I was getting it back in the day, or a way that I'm getting it now, you would know that that is not even the case. I don't need, you talk about sex all the time. You talk about men all the time because you don't have any sex. You don't have any men. People who really get it like that, people who really are attractive, who are used to getting numbers and used to getting bitches and used to getting all different types of shit, we don't need to brag on it because it comes naturally. It comes naturally, me getting women and shit like that or whatever. I don't look anything like you. So I don't know why you keep comparing yourself to normal looking people, normal sized people. I don't understand that. But never be confused about no sharp tooth bitch making it seem as though she didn't just fuck me so good. I mean, what she didn't gave me like head, so like the head was so good that I'm just upset. No, the only thing I'm upset with is her being ungrateful. We could have went our separate ways and all this extra shit or whatever, but all this her being on her channel talking about I was supposed to give to her and all this extra stuff and talking like trying to talk down to me when I helped her. That's where my anger and my frustration comes from and shit like that or whatever. So understand what you talking about before you fucking run your fat ass mouth, bitch. Because I think you're disgusting. I think that you look this. I think that you're desperate. I think that you need them losers over on your channel because you don't want them to drag you. I'm starting to see now what the issue is, Brianna. Like, so let's just keep that shit real. I think your skin looks nasty. I think you look disgusting. I don't care how many times you want to cam up to try to make people think that you're confident in yourself. I already know you're not confident in yourself. There's no way a bitch with a stomach that hangs damn near to the ground like yours does is confident in anything. You're not confident about nothing that you do, Brianna. And I know that. And I know you don't want them men dragging you, bitch. That's why you being nice to them and they still dragging you on the low. That's why they still slick dragging you. And you look dumb as fuck, bitch. And you still gonna look dumb whether you get paid or not, because you yeah. That's all I want to say. But like, don't not
She
no
mad,
not no
yeah.
trash ass head, bitch. not no trash ass head. No, it was a bitch that I actually gave a fuck about, that I actually put energy into, spent time with and shit like that or whatever, molded and shit, and now is trying to act as if like she's shitting on me. So yes, that was where my anger and my frustration came from, Brianna. It had nothing to do with any of that shit. As you can see, I'm not following that bitch nowhere. She was at T Velocity. I could have dropped down over there, didn't drop down, didn't click on no links, didn't do none of that shit. Could have went all these other places that she goes. I don't go where she's at. She goes where I'm at. So if you're gonna tell a story, Brianna, you fat, disgusting bitch that can barely breathe, if you want to tell a story, tell the story correctly. Tell the story about Ness following me from platform to platform, bitch. I don't follow that bitch. I don't want nothing to do with her. I see who she is. I don't want nothing to do with that. Y'all can have that. I don't want nothing to do with her. And unlike Ness, I don't have to flirt with people online and shit like that to try to make somebody feel some type of way. You're going to hear a bitch in my background very soon. So, yeah.
That part, and Ness follows me too, so y'all know she not lying. Y'all see her following me. Not the first time she did it. She did the last time I left her ass alone. But yeah,
But she
this
don't
she
have
did follow
nobody in
me.
real life. She has
Yeah.
nobody. Ness has no prospects or nobody in real life. The last person that, I mean, if y'all only knew, if y'all only
Yeah.
knew, and that's why she got to like, she has to
Hold
have
on a
these
second,
like,
T. I'm sorry, but no, you didn't. But you're right. Like I said, I was laughing, but I do like I appreciate everybody correcting me, like on my audio and stuff like that, because I want my show to be great, and I don't want to overtalk my guests. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, T.
yep. But yeah, it's just like, girl, stop. Right,
Yeah, but Ness is
right.
the one. But see, Ness
She's
is telling
following.
y'all not to speak on this. This is one thing I want y'all guys to leave it to, because we get ready to wrap it up. But when Ness was on Miss T Velocity, this heat wasn't even brought up, wasn't mentioned, wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Except for reference, they was acting like while we was mad. Sassy did that, knowing that wasn't the truth. This heat just literally checked the hell out of her on Tracy platform as saying like Ness has a controlling issue, and Sassy was trying to make it seem like, oh, but you got to control the issue. But like she said, the conversation was about Ness trying to control people. So Ness was mad. Ness issue with me and Ness falling out was control, because we already established the fact that she cannot tell me who to talk to, who not to talk to. I never
Right.
pretended like she could. I never pretended with her.
Did I ever, Uppity, did I
No, you
ever,
never did that. Never.
right, I never behind the scenes
And
told
I never
Uppity.
did not behind, and I even told them that. I didn't even I felt like, but that's the reason why I was even telling you that. Sometimes you would think what's understood don't need to be explained, but just me being in the B sector from its exception, and I know what certain content creators try to what type of people certain CCs like to attract to they what you call it, chats and stuff like that. I've never been into that. Like nobody could ever tell me what to do. That's why I even release these videos, and y'all can look at my community wall. I've been in the B sector since its inception, and I came from Wally chat. I put the videos up. That other channel was
And
years ago.
don't act like you come from some affluent family when your knees look like that, Ness.
Right.
When your teeth look like that, when
Mm-hmm.
your mother's living in that broke down, disgusting, uh, fucked up house. You
Right.
let's don't act like you come from some type of rich affluent like family when you don't. Your mouth would not look like that. There is
But
no
hold on a
way
second.
my
Can I say
family
something to
would
see?
allow me to have no crooked ass teeth in my mouth. I would never ever. People who have
Right.
money, they
But no,
take
this
care
he
of
let's talk
themselves.
about this though. Let's talk about this aspect, because I feel like Ness is not breaking generational curses right here. Because when I seen Ness, when Ness got kicked out of Wally's chat, because she never was going live at this point. I didn't mean I knew of Craig, but I didn't see the whole thing in real time, because Wally always played Juicy so bad. He's the one that Wally is the reason why everybody knows Juicy is a lying maggot. He's gay. Coming over here trying to trick the women out their pocketbooks, pretending to be straight. Wally is the one that exposed it. So Juicy was on some real bullshit back in those days. You automatically getting denied. So I didn't see the
Right.
whole thing play out in real time with Ness and Craig. I mean, but Ness got over here as Craig. But once Wally kicked out of his chat, because she was trying to use Wally to get the BS. So that's why I believe her
Well,
when she said she been gay.
Ness told me that she would talk to. Jay Wilson, when she was Craig, she actually had a conversation with him behind the scenes, and she told me that Jay Wilson said that he was talking about how he didn't like certain people and how he never liked Treasure Lane. He never liked him. He said he never liked him or whatever. And that everything that he does is pretty much like surface level. Like when he comes live, it's pretty much an act. But this is what Ness told me. He said he never liked James. He was saying that he thinks that Jay Wilson low key fell in love with Craig, and that's why he's mad when he found out that Craig was actually a woman and all this other stuff or
No,
whatever.
no, and I believe everything she said at that time because that's the one time I really watched that. But like I said, I didn't watch Ness back in those days. But when Ness went live after Wally kicked her out, that's why I said I don't believe she come from a fluid family. She was sitting like in that's when she used to live in the shed, shit in the bucket. But that particular day, she was sitting like up by the power line, and she was just like crying her heart out and mad, and she was like, y'all accepted me as Craig, but you won't accept me as Ness. And she had a big issue with it. Like you could tell she never really had support. And she really did not accept lose. She didn't take losing that support kindly. And I see her doing the same thing again with you.
Oh, if you think that she unravels now with numbers, watch what happens when her numbers decline and see her unravel even more. You're gonna see what happens because she's already unraveling. She was unraveling today, even at T velocities, and I don't think anybody noticed it, but she was unraveling because she sees the potential in me and you. She sees the potential of you and my collaboration and stuff like that or whatever, and especially with me backing you and me, helping you with your channel and stuff like that or whatever. She sees what's going to go on, and guess what? She can't do anything to stop it, and she's trying to tell you anything. Oh, uppity, this heat, it's a snake. This heat's evil. Oh, uppity. She's trying to do anything to get you away from collabing with me and dealing with me and stuff like that or whatever. But she tried to do that with Kimmy. Kimmy said no. Kimmy said leave her out of it. She tried to do that with Uppity. She tried to do that with everybody. She even tried to do that with Tracy. You know what I'm saying? And I've never ever said anything bad about Tracy. Never said anything
Oh,
bad
I should
about
have asked you,
Kimmy.
but I don't even want to make Tracy think I'm trying to use her. But when
No.
Tracy, because I was in Tracy's cloud, right? Tracy said that Ness said how Tracy talked to her three boys. She's like, yeah, Ness said she's not gonna come to my chat because she feels like it's enemies involved and yeah. But am I gonna stop this heat from coming to my channel? No, I was dying laughing. But
Right.
I wait for Tracy Black because I just and to be honest, I've been watching Tracy for a long time, and Tracy's another one. Even
Ness
though
will
like I didn't
literally
like
have
certain things she
people
did,
on.
she never came with my daughter. Never.
Right. Ness will literally have people on her panel dragging people or whatever, like Tracy or yourself and stuff like that, and
Right.
won't say nothing about it. But when you have somebody on your panel, everything's supposed to stop. You're supposed to follow what Ness wants you her rules, but you're not. But Ness doesn't want any rules when it comes to her. You know what I'm saying? And I've never
And that's the
disrespected
weird
Tracy.
thing, but she knows I'm not like that. So when she does, that's my pet peeve. It's okay until I guess it depends on what day she's in or something that she finds it okay one day, but then the next day she don't. But that's not my issue because like if we're gonna have to understand it, because she already know we're gonna have the same rules apply. Nessa already know she asked me to join her group chat, and I said, "Who's in your group chat?" And then she told me the people. I said, no, I'm not being bothered with Brooke. I'm not being bothered with Lemon. I'm not being bothered with Shakira. Those three, as long as they're in your group chat, it's not gonna happen. And then she said, well, if I make another group chat, will you join? I said, if the rest of the people, no problem. But with them, it's up. Like I don't want to, like, because I know they weirdos. They will come online and probably pretend like, but it don't matter. I don't want to. I don't want to see you online. That's why I got all of them blocked. They can't see me. You know what I'm
Just
saying? So
like just like when we was clowning K Fit and her fucking K Fit saying that she's got a whole NBA player, she's engaged to a whole NBA player. Don't nobody believe. I don't believe that. I don't know.
can
It
you
might be
address
true.
this?
Who
Because this
knows?
is true. And the finesses is acting like I'm at because I don't dislike a lot of finesses, so I don't want them thinking I'm coming at them. No, but like I said, I don't understand you being I don't have an issue with you being supportive, but I think that you should correct your favorite CC, especially if you're gonna be a hardcore supporter. See, that's why I don't mind taking constructive constructive criticism from people in my chat that I know they really have like good intentions for me.
That
But
that
you're not.
comment,
I'm not about to tell y'all don't fuck with this person and we're gonna be cool tomorrow.
right?
That's weird.
That comment that you just had up with somebody mentioning Nessa's split personality,
Yeah,
how she'll literally like lash out at someone and then she'll go back to being nice to that person, like,
and
and
that's weird.
within seconds she'll go back to being nice and being calm.
Yeah, and then her
That
supporters think
I
you're
was gonna
supposed to be
ask
okay with
you.
it because
I
she
was
was nice again.
I
No,
was
no,
gonna ask
no.
you, is that some sort of bipolar thing going on or whatever? Because I really was like, I even said something to her when we was cool. I said something to her. I was like, uh I said, you either are on drugs or you or something's going on with you mentally. Now I know that you take medication. You're supposed to be taking your medication for your mental issue and stuff like that or whatever that you have. But when we would get into it a lot, and or when she would like be cussing people out a lot, I remember her saying that, what did she say? She would be saying like, I need to, I'm gonna start taking my medication again. Like, I'm gonna start taking my medicine again. And I was like, well, what is that medicine for and stuff like that or whatever. And she basically was basically saying like that medicine was for to basically calm her down and to keep her moods, I guess, regulated and stuff.
Or like the
And
melatonin and Brooke be giving her kids.
something to regulate her moods, something to regulate
Mm.
her moods and to increase, I guess,
Oh,
the
and let me
dopamine.
say this real quickly. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Um, TG and LG. I'm sorry. I still want to do that interview with you guys. I am so sorry. Because my daughter, she's from college, but there's other into like personal things. So my daughter wound up. She was in the hospital with
Your sound, uppy. Your sound. Um, but yeah, back to while Uppy's on her way to returning. Yes, Ness would say that she was taking some sort of, when she starts lashing out at people, she was telling me that she takes some sort of medication to like regulate her moods. I don't remember the name of the medication because I'm not a medication person or whatever. I don't take anything. But I remember Ness saying that. I remember you know, when she would start going off on people and stuff, she'd be like, well, I need to start, I'm gonna start back taking my medicine and stuff or whatever. So there has to be something going on. And I was like, well, sometimes people might confuse mental illness with drug use or vice versa and stuff like that or whatever. So that's definitely, something is definitely going on. Something is definitely off, like off. We all have something off about us, I honestly believe. I think every person has something off about them, but it's on another level with Ness.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Thank you for
Yeah.
staying up to see.
Oh, no
Yeah,
problem. I
yeah.
was just
But
lecturing them on that medication that she uses to calm herself and stuff. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was melatonin like Brooke be giving her sons, and I was gonna address some. Oh, cool,
No.
son. You know I love you, but girl, I'm not a narc. I've told you guys I'm self-absorbed. That's why I can be apologetic because I know when I'm being reactionary, and I can take the time to like correct myself if it's needed.
But you
Some
can't call somebody a narc if did Cool Storm also say that Ness was a narc?
Yeah, she said all three of us are narc. She said me,
But
Ness, and you, but I'm not a narc. Y'all two are the narcs, not me. Hey,
but
big
a
sector.
lot of people can exhibit those traits and stuff like that and not actually be narcs. The person who I
No,
think
that's
that would.
true. That's
Right,
true.
right. I'm saying that to Cool Storm. I'm saying, just
Yeah.
because you may feel as though whatever, and I know you're on good terms with Ness or whatever now, Cool Storm, but we're not going to ignore, what y'all's past or whatever. And now all of a sudden, you want to act, take up for her, but we're not going to ignore, her behavior. We're never going to do that. And I'm not going to do that. I like you, Cool Storm, but I'm never going to ignore how she's acting and how she's treating people. So pointing fingers at everyone when we're talking about one person is not going to work. not with me. You
Right.
need to
But no,
focus on
but who's on that?
who's
She said
talking.
all three, but I feel like instead of landing the blame on Ness as it should be, because that's like a better point to me, because Ness is way
Yeah.
more reactionary and she's gonna feel some type of way. And she's gonna give a punishment. So that's where people that's what I'm trying to say. I don't understand when you're dealing with real narcs like Ness, oftentimes people have to sit there either like equal blame when it's not necessary. And I know you seen I failed a narc test, but first of all, Ness picked that test and she picked the answers. So I don't know what she had going on, but the fact that I could be a raging narc and she is not one, that's
Well,
weird to me.
the
We go
thing
by
is
actions.
that
I'm apologetic. Like I'm not
those
gonna
are
act like
those are tests those are tests where you can actually pick the answers. You got to be
yeah,
careful with
and
those.
Ness picked
Wait,
my
wait, wait. When
answers.
you got to be careful with those type of tests where you can actually pick the answers, because of course a narc would pick the correct answers to make
Right. I don't
people
even know because I'm
right.
just being honest.
So, well, that's what I'm saying. So you would actually have to get with somebody who has some sort of in the that's in that particular field, that can actually scope everyone out, myself, you, and Ness, and then they can make the determination. But as far as you taking a multiple choice test where Ness, if they ask you, are you a selfish person, and Ness asks answers, no, I'm not selfish at all, I'm a
Right,
giving person,
right.
of
Exactly.
course the
They not
odds will
looking
be
at
on
that
her
part. They,
side.
I swear to God, she was literally lying on camera. They don't. Well, hold on, let me address this real quick. What I was saying was I was supposed to have an interview with LG, and I still want to do that interview. But like my daughter, she because she goes on like she's I wasn't I thought she was only going to stay for a couple of weeks, but I didn't realize she's going back to college in August. So she's going out of town with her dad and family. So she left earlier, but she's coming back. So that's what I was telling y'all, like, because I didn't realize she was leaving on Friday, but now I mean she left this morning, but I didn't know why, but now I know. So she's coming back. So I just, because she was leaving on Saturday, I switched my whole Friday around, and I didn't have the time to do the interview. So that's the only thing. But yeah, Ness was definitely capping with her answers, and I knew she was. I was calling her out as she was giving answers. I was literally giving an honest opinion because I actually been to therapy, and she picked the site. So I don't even know like what site she used because I don't even know if it was a verified site. But then again, some people can get paid.
It doesn't
Psychiatrists
even matter
can get
what
paid
site she
to
used.
verify these sites as well. So I don't even know.
Right.
But Nesses clearly are
It
not,
doesn't
yo. I
matter.
don't know why y'all don't see that. She was
It
lying
doesn't
with her
matter.
answers.
It doesn't matter.
Lying.
But see, anybody who doesn't see it by now is just dumb. But the thing is that it doesn't matter what test she used. Like I said, she is going to pick the answers that are more favorable, and that will make her look a different type of way, to make
Right,
her,
but
she would
this is what I'm
literally
trying to
have
tell
to
them.
sit she
But
would
can I say
literally
this?
have to sit
It's
in
the whole
front.
thing. It's a multiple choice question, and you could just be honest with your answer. If she won't even be honest with herself, and
But
I bet
she wouldn't be. Why would she? Like you said, she's a narc. She's not going to be honest with her answers. So like I said, nobody will even be able to call her out with how she is, unless they are a trained professional or they're familiar in that particular field when it
that
comes to
part,
Nest.
that part is so
Because
fucking
there's
true.
no multiple choice test that you give Nest that she's not going to make herself look good and shit like that or whatever. She's gonna study that test, not even study that test, but she's going to look at the test and she's going to look at the answers, and she's going to say the complete opposite of what she truly is. She gets angry when people call her selfish. She gets angry when people say that she's all about herself and she's self-absorbed and stuff like that. So why do you think that she's going to truthfully take a test when she gets angry when you hold her accountable and when you call her out on her shit? That's not going to happen. So she would have to everybody would have to be in front of a trained professional, and they would have to make the determination of what she is. That way, you can't hide from a trained professional. All those little moves that she's doing, that we see that she's doing, you can't hide from a trained professional. Now, you can hide on a multiple choice test and say, yes, I'm a happy person. I'm a good person. I give to people. I'm great. You can do all that good stuff, but no, you're not going to be able to hide in front of a trained professional, because they're gonna be like, oh, I see that. I see. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, okay. You're trying
Facts.
to make people, oh, you're doing the victim thing. You're trying to make people think that you're a victim. You're trying to make people feel like you're like you've never done nothing to anybody. Oh, you cussed this person out because of this. Oh, you're not dealing with your kid because of this or whatever. Like they're gonna be able to zero in and pinpoint every single personality trait in all of Ness's flaws, all of my flaws, all of your flaws. And I have no problem with people saying that I could be a narc or whatever the case may be. I think that we all carry those kind of some similar traits. I think we all carry those similar traits, but the difference is that Ness will be considered a covert narc, which means that the stuff that she does is hidden under, hi everybody, I'm a funny girl. We just having a
But
good time, and
right,
then she turns on you and she calls you and she starts lashing out. She starts getting angry at you. She starts disrespecting you.
right.
Then she goes back to that, I'm a nice girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a comedian.
Supportive, yeah.
I'm not an asshole to you guys. I'm not being evil to you guys. It's just a joke. I'm just joking with you guys. I'm a comedian. It's just funny. That I didn't mean that. That's the way
Yeah,
Ness
she
moves.
just 4 or 5 degrees of smarter than Poverty. Cause you see how Poverty did that live trying to say how she built everybody, the B sector. See, Ness is way more crafty than Poverty, so that's why she remains to be more likable. But what I do want to say is um some level of narcissism is healthy, but it's just when it goes overboard to the point where like I like to say, I'm delusional. Even though I say all the time my waist is tiny from the back. But see, Ness believes in all her delusions. That's why she hates to get called out, and so do the rest of them. When you point out obvious things that are hypocritical to what they just said and did, and you don't even have to be referring to anybody else. You can literally just keep it on them, and that's when they get mad the most. And then Ness didn't always have it that way. She always had that attitude. So, like a lot of these people, I've seen them glow up in the B sector. But the reason why these same people saying to go down, they will never be the OGs. They try to talk themselves into thinking they are, because they refuse to take accountability. They don't. And then they hold they subsidies and other CCs to methods they can't do for themselves. So like I told you, Ness is a whole liar. So she's right. But like I said, as long as she got the crowd, she's not gonna take accountability. The best thing you have to do for Ness is tell her the truth. But
Well,
y'all know that's gonna
if
get
her
you blocked.
crowd if her crowd wasn't such yes men, but in order for them to be over, around her, they have to be yes men and shit like that. They have to feed her ego. Because if they don't, she will lash out at them. She will cuss them out like she does Jay Dunn, like she did you, like she would do myself and stuff like that or whatever. And that would result in, you know, everybody, those individuals that call her out and hold her accountable, fall, having that a fallout with her and
Yeah.
stuff like that or
And,
whatever.
and can I address this comment? I agree with you, but it seems like anytime somebody try to create a relationship with Jay Dunn, she always holding to some shit that you don't even know about. But she does lower things to other people, and she expects them not to hold any type of animosity. But Jay Dunn holds on to a lot of animosity. But I will say this: Jay Dunn is very funny, and she can be annoying at times, but her annoyingness pays off more time than it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So I do wish that Jay Dunn recognized, like, she can't be funny. I see she's going live more often, but Jay Dunn got to
She has
stop
no
being so
choice.
bitter. She's way too bitter.
She
Go
has
ahead.
no choice. She's bitter because she's bitter, of course, around here. Jay Dunn holds on. Jay Dunn holds grudges and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
Way too hard. Like, way too hard.
every time you do something wrong to Jay Dunn, or if something comes up, some instance happens or whatever, she'll always refer back to, oh, but you did this to me then, this or whatever. She does you, oh, remember when you did this to me? Oh, everything is like, girl,
And
like
her
move
timing is
on.
off. When
Move
she gets in
on.
her feelings, like
But
she's another one. She got weird attachments to people she don't know.
if you continuously get rejected everywhere you go, and you're trying to be a part of these people, you're trying to click on their links and join in on the conversation, and you're getting dropped, you're getting cussed out, you're getting put in the back, all different types of stuff when you're just trying to be a part. that is where the animosity, that's where the frustration, and that's where the anger comes in with Jay Dunn, because
But
these
she
people,
does things to
just like T
initiate that
Velocity
though.
said, just like T Velocity said when she was cussing out Jay Dunn in her own way, she was saying like, Jay Dunn, you bring all this shit on yourself and stuff like that or whatever. And these people are showing you every single day that they want nothing to do with you, and you still bring your ass over there to them when you literally have a platform of your own, but you want to be in the mix so much, you want to be a part so much, want to be on a panel and be seen so much that you forgot your worth, and now you're on somebody else's panel helping their platform while they're degrading you, while they're trash talking you, while they're talking down to you. Only time me and Jay Dunn has had our back and forths or whatever, it was, we had our back and forth, we had several of them or whatever, but I'm not going to have somebody on my panel that's contributing to my channel and I'm disrespecting them and I'm cussing them out and lashing out at them
Wait,
just
hold on,
because.
Nikki. Let me
Yeah,
say this before I lose my train of thought. Let me tell you this about Jaden. I think the reason why, because Jaden has said many times she's not monetized, and I don't think it's by her choice. She did say her
it was
monetization
lost.
was
They
snatched.
took it. Yeah.
They took it, right.
Yes.
And I think because Jay Dunn goes through so much on here legally because of how she carries on, she's not like ODS. She doesn't feel comfortable getting a page in somebody else's name because she feels like people are going to come at her legally that way, you know. And I
Right.
don't think Jay Dunn needs the bag, but she does want the commodity. She does want the acceptance. I do think there's something there with that. There's nothing wrong to say about that. I say that all the time, Jay Dunn. I don't know why you don't admit it. I cannot have as much as a social life, but maybe in your instance is a different thing. But like people, you have found, obviously Jay Dunn has found more people on here than in real life that will deal with her versus in real life. So instead of Jay Dunn admitting that, she just want to just play these games. But like you said, it's gonna cost her until she just accept who she is and who these people are and deal with people accordingly. Because like she paid Ness so she couldn't be, I guess, dropped from the panel, but she still can't help herself because that's her personality. She want to talk truth, and Ness don't want to accept it. So why not deal with people that will do that? Because you and Ness went through just as much as you and this he did. You can make all the excuses you want. Y'all went through the same exact issues together, and you would have had a better opportunity and a better panel to speak to somebody on had you dealt with this heat. But you want to be so bitter and have a bad stud contest with this heat. That's just my personal opinion, and I'm mute.
I mean, yeah, well, like I said, I think that the reality is, and I think the reason why Jay Dunn continuously goes back over to Ness, I think that Jay Dunn secretly, I think she likes Ness. I think she secretly has some sort of like liking to Ness and stuff like that or whatever.
No, she
And
does. I
and
did it one
and
time. I do too.
right,
But it's
but
like
but
at some
but
point,
and
something
that
got to count.
and that's fine or
But not,
whatever.
I don't think it's
But
sexually
but the
though.
thing,
I don't think it's sexual. It's not sexual.
mm, I. Mm, mm.
You think differently?
I think she likes her. She likes her. I think she likes her. And
But
because
no, no, no.
I
Hold on. What
hear,
you mean? No, no. I gotta ask you. I'm trying to clarify something because
yes,
Jay
she
Dunn. I
likes
mean,
her.
Ness tried to came on to her. So you think it's sexual? I
Yeah.
think Jay Dunn likes her as far
Jay
as like.
Dunn knows that Ness does not really look at her in that type of way. So all that day that whole thing happened, that was like, that was Ness, doing what Ness does or whatever. But in reality, Jay Dunn would never admit it, but because she knows what Ness thinks about her. But Jay Dunn likes Ness. She likes her. And anybody would be dumb to think that she doesn't or whatever, because why? There's a lot of things like you'll see I watch people and I see like how Jay Dunn literally will get angry when Ness like doesn't want to like deal with her. Even that day when Ness was having a when Ness cussed her out at Lemons and stuff like that. And I called Jay Dunn on the phone. Jay Dunn was so angry because Ness like basically rejected her again. And every time Ness rejects Jay Dunn has to go right over to her channel and like, cry about it and shit. then you see, like, when me and Ness first started getting together, Jay Dunn was doing a live every single day talking about me and Ness's relationship, and daunting, and just honing in on our relationship. Like, that is
No,
like,
but
that's some
let me
like,
tell you this.
he
But can I
likes
tell you
her.
what I saw from my perspective?
What?
Just knowing Ness and Jay Dunn and how they whatever. I didn't see them on the stuff. Like you see how Jay Dunn go back to the seven panel. I don't remember seeing any of that. But what I do recognize is that Ness is the one that's more tolerable of her. This money thing started just recently. You got to understand that, you know.
Nope,
So,
it's
in my opinion, Ness was always the one that would go back and forth with her because I feel like they trauma bond with each other. I feel
but
like they both don't
you
have
also
like
have
a
to
good family
understand,
structure.
that Ness and myself have talked about, you know, who's beneficial on her platform and who's not beneficial. Jay Ness is always going to allow Jay Dunn, always going to use Jay Dunn, because, like I've been trying to tell her, and I told everybody, Ness sees, I we have reiterated who's valuable on her panel and who's not, especially me, when we were talking behind the scenes and stuff. And I'll be like, don't let this person on your platform, this person is a panel killer, they're trying to do this or whatever. Don't let that person on your platform. But when it comes to, like, Jay Dunn was an asset to Ness's platform. So I always told Ness, like I said, I was the one who told Ness to unban her and unblock her from her StreamYard. She knows that Jay Dunn adds to her channel, just like she knows that you add to her channel and shit like that or whatever, which is why she's unraveling at this moment. You know, if you and Jay Dunn removed yourselves from her platform, both of you guys, she would unravel and shit. And Jay Dunn doesn't even understand her power and shit or whatever. And that's what's sad about Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn just needs to be accepted and involved and shit like that, not realizing she has her own power with her own platform. But if Ness will always tolerate Jay Dunn, because Ness understands, just like I understand, what Jay Dunn brings to her platform. She'll always tolerate Jay Dunn. But then some days Jay Dunn will take it too far, and then Ness will, like, drop her, she'll block her, she'll do this and do that or whatever. But she'll always let this idiot come up on her platform and, embarrass themselves, because she knows that not only is Ness going to get paid from it, but Ness is going to be able to degrade her, talk to her, trash her any kind of way she wants, and Jay Dunn's going to bring her stupid ass back over there. So Ness knows that she can always use Jay Dunn, and that's what it is. It's only, I'm using you. That's the energy that it is, or whatever. She doesn't give a fuck about Jay Dunn. She does not care about Jay Dunn. She even, like, every time she had a conversation with her talking about Jay Dunn was crying to her and all this other stuff or whatever, like, about her potentially getting locked up and all that stuff with the probation stuff. you know Ness knows exactly Ness knows Jay Dunn's value. A lot of people know Jay Dunn's value to what she brings to a panel. So there are certain things that Ness will tolerate. When
Right.
she's always going
Yeah,
to
ain't gonna lie.
tolerate you.
Jay Dunn does hold a lot of B sector history, and
Yeah,
when she's not in her feelings, she could be unbiased as fuck,
but what's going to make
and
them fall out,
she'll call anybody out. She really don't
what's
give
gonna
no
make
shit.
them what's gonna make them fall out is that Jay Dunn is always gonna end up calling Ness out on her stuff, and Ness is not
Oh
ever
yeah, Ness is
gonna
her
like it.
favorite person to call out. So that's what makes it weird that Ness get mad at it. Ness is her favorite person to call out.
Right, but that's why you see her and Ness always clashing, because when Jay Dunn tries to hold Ness accountable, or when Jay Dunn has some sort of opinion that is not favorable to Ness, Ness will, lash out at Jay Dunn. Ness will block Jay Dunn. Ness will drop Jay Dunn. Anybody that's about to tell the truth when it comes to Ness on her platform, she drops you. She doesn't want it to get out. She doesn't want you to say anything. It's like, what the fuck? I don't like that shit or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Let me do my own thing or whatever. But that's what she does with Jay Dunn. She will literally, like she's done with a lot of people who called her out, she will drop them. But like I said, even with you, she knows you. In the whole panel gold thing, that was my words. That's my phrases. When I would call you, I called Dimples, I called both of you guys panel gold. and shit like that or whatever. And Ness was like acting as if she gave you some kind of reward. I was like, let's look at this bitch. I'm the one who told Ness that Uppity was an asset. I'm the one who told Ness to lay off of Uppity and dragging Uppity when she was trying to go at Uppity in the beginning, because Uppity was bringing shit to her platform and you need to have her on your platform.
That's
That's
a
what I would
fact.
say. I said that to her. And now she's trying to, of course, she would give you an award in her own narc way, give you an award, act like she's so appreciative of you, but it's only to use you. It's not because she gives a fuck about you. She doesn't give a fuck about nurturing your platform. My thing with Uppity was, well, be beneficial to each other. That's my thing with her. We help each other. It's not just about me or just me or anything like that. When Uppity knows if she needs me, all she has to do is hit me up. If I'm available, I'm coming over there and stuff like that. Or if I want to, even when I just give her free advice and stuff like that or whatever, like regular advice, I will do that. It's not gonna be no fake shit where I'm gonna give you an award and you're so all of a sudden you're so valuable and shit like that. She knows your worth, but she doesn't want you to know your worth. She wants you to feel
Right.
like you need her on her platform. And that's why I said, Uppity, I said to you, I was like, you need to blow up by yourself. You don't need Ness. You don't need me. You need to be. I mean, like I said, obviously have your commentary and then
Even
drop your
my
link.
certificate was only a passive aggressive diss to Shakira.
Right. She's doing a lot of she's doing all that stuff or whatever. It was not genuine because you never seen her helping you out with your platform. Yes, she will come over here
Yeah,
sometimes and
she
spend.
never does. And her chat always like to ignore that. She did, like I tell people, she did encourage me to make my own platform and then try to shit on me. When she wasn't going live on me, she had her peoples or herself going live and announcing she was about to go live. Like she did it all the time. And when I bring that up to her, she don't want to admit it. Like, girl, if you don't think you did nothing wrong, you did like she likes to recreate people like the hurt that she got. She loves to dish it out to other people. I don't know if because she can't return it to the same ones, but like just like she everything she say about poverty, she literally tried to do to me. The only difference is I didn't do the back and forth she did with poverty because I don't never felt like I needed her.
Right. And she won't even give Pizarro her credit for Pizarro bringing the numbers and stuff like that to her platform and shit or whatever. Like, there's a lot of people who contribute to Ness's growth, and Ness is acting as if those people never even existed. Ness just did everything by herself, but Ness doesn't know how to grow platforms. She doesn't know how to do that. That's why her platform suffered in the years before. She didn't have that traction that she has now. There's a reason for that, but the people, some people ignore it, some people don't or whatever. But no, she wasn't helping you with your platform. And the fact that you said that she would go live on top of you was very telling, because Ness wants to keep people at the
She
bottom.
didn't say
She
it. She
doesn't
did
want
it.
no,
She
but
did
she
do
she
it.
wants to
She
keep
did do it.
but she wants to keep people at she does, I'm not no, I'm saying she wants to keep people at the bottom. She doesn't want to see you rise above her. She doesn't like to see people win. That's why I said, Shakim, dude, you're wasting your money. You're wasting your money with Ness because your numbers ain't really did shit. Your numbers ain't changed. She ain't teaching you shit. Why are you paying her for anything? You'd be better off paying probably Brianna, because at least Brianna could, but Brianna's selfish too. Brianna's very selfish herself, and only about herself as well. But Ness, on the other hand, she's gonna take your money and she might make a appearance or two on your channel. That's as far as she's gonna go. She's not gonna drop no gems for you or shit like that. I didn't see no growth or really no change in your platform besides the fact that what you hit that 1K, that ain't shit. That's not shit. Anybody can hit 1K, but as far as your growth and your numbers ain't shit. Your numbers suck, and you over here paying someone who
But,
can't
but,
teach you anything.
but hold on, this here, and this is another. Well, I know she's lying anyway, but this is nothing I want to address. That is also weird to me that Ness wants to address motherhood when she wouldn't stand in the paper for her own son. So, like I
Right.
said, you call ACS on me, but in the meantime, I didn't do anything that was said, and she know it's not true. Everybody who called ACS got a personal phone call saying it wasn't true. That's why a lot of people sat there and did not continue to lie about it. But the haters that want something to say did. But Ness, what did you do to your son? And why are you not, why is he not in your custody? And why are you having any judgment of motherhood when you gave your son $10 for his birthday? That's weird to me. Like, you should be quiet on motherhood. And not only that, I had to remind you, I think last I don't know if it was last year or the year before that, that you cannot say that you're the mother, because the mother does not push the child out. The mother raised the child. I've been told us that. So the fact that you sit around and do this, that just lets you know how far off you are. And you lucky the woman that's gracious enough to raise your son don't come online and check you, because you that type of nasty ass person. And I still don't believe you. I still believe the real reason you flag unlocked video is because she was exposing how Cole don't like black women, and you never had. Not only did you not have Haitian pride, you didn't have black women pride. Like, look at that guy that was on your panel, and he was talking about some. He was repeating what Donald Trump said about Haiti. So like, you're
Right.
weird as fuck. So, and the things that you like to correct people on is just so weird. So I think men should stop trying to speak on motherhood as a drag to
Look,
anybody.
when I
You can,
right, when I
it's
first got
weird.
my channel, I had a video on my channel called Ness's Coke Rage. Well, Ness did not like it. She called me like in the early morning. She called me screaming in my ear, talking about take that video down, take it down. Like, she was just screaming in my ear and shit like that or whatever.
No,
And
yeah, no, no, that's what I want to tell you. She said that you don't like me. She didn't say today I'm see but that's what she always like to say when she get mad and raging. Well, she don't even
yeah,
fucking like
that's
you.
true.
She didn't like you more than me.
Yeah, yeah,
And
sure.
she think you're doing something to Nala, but to my knowledge, you
Now
never
I
called
think you're
no
doing something
agency
to
on me.
Nyla.
Only she did. So what is she talking
I
about?
don't even bring up Nyla. But what
Thank
I was
you.
gonna
I
say
never
about that
thought
video,
that. I want you. I just want you to say that. Thank you, because
yeah,
I'm tired of her lying.
I'm telling you, she's gonna say whatever to make you not want to deal with me,
No,
uppity.
no,
That's
you
how
know. See, I
weird
never
she is.
even brought this up to you till
Right.
just now. But the thing is,
She's a
her
liar.
finesses. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you could be a finesser, and you could
But
make her. You could sit there and allow a mother that don't take care of her seed and gave them $10. This he hasn't
but
lied about anything.
this Coke Rage video that I was talking about on my channel.
Oh, my bad. Go
Now
ahead. Go into it.
now
Is that
the
why you
Coke
not deleted?
the, I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Okay.
Now, she called me in the middle of the morning. I mean, like the early morning or whatever. She called me, started screaming at me, and she was like, "Take that video down! Take that video down! Take that fucking video down!" And all this other stuff. And I was like, What you talking about or whatever?" Like, and was playing it very cool and stuff. Next thing you know, she tried to strike my channel. So
What?
I yeah, she struck my channel. So what I ended up doing was that was when I had to like I was had to sweet talk that bitch in order to get her to remove the strike off of my channel, because at first she didn't want to remove the strike. She struck my channel and we were dealing with each other. She struck my channel and I had to sweet talk
Yeah, I was
her
gonna
to
ask
like
you the
remove the
time
strike.
frame of this, but go ahead.
That was when I first got I just had only had this channel for a month. This channel I'm on now.
That's what I was gonna
So
ask you the time frame. So you
yeah.
talking about your new channel?
Yeah, my new channel, this channel that I'm on
Yes.
now.
Okay.
And so she ended up first she was like, "No, I'm not gonna take that strike off. I'm not gonna take that strike off. Fuck you." And all this other stuff or whatever. Like, you got people thinking and all I'm on coke and stuff. I was like, Ness, I said, if you're not on coke, then I said, then what are you then something's mentally wrong with you, because of the way there was no reason for you to talk to that dude like that. There was no reason for you to come at him like that or whatever. And people do think because you be lashing out, they think that you are on drugs. There's no explanation for why you keep
And that's
lashing out.
clearly because she
And
literally does worse. Go ahead though. That's weird.
she ended up removing so I ended up sweet talking her or whatever. She ended up removing the strike from my channel or whatever. She ended up taking the strike off of my channel. And she was like, "Oh, I took it off your channel." And she was like, "But you're lucky." And I got an email that said that, the strike was removed off of my channel and shit like that or whatever. And I was like, man, this bitch is dumb as fuck. So yeah. So next thing you know, I only have one strike when it comes to my channel and stuff like that or whatever. But there are certain things that I literally had to do because that bitch is so evil. And I was like, man, like we're literally dealing with each other and shit like that or whatever. And you're really gonna strike my channel? You really gonna strike me? Like she's done a lot of stupid ass shit to me that I would never do to her, and I could have done to her. I could have snatched her whole channel because she has my music on her channel. Those songs are my songs, and I could have done that, but I don't want to take no money from from that bitch and shit like that or whatever because I'm not really that type of person. Just like I haven't taken no money out of Brianna's pockets, even though I could have and shit like that or whatever. So there's a lot of things that I could do, but I haven't done and shit because I don't want anybody to be like, oh well, you did that because you're hating on her. No, 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 no. Ness platform is gonna fall by itself. It's gonna fall on its own. I don't need to touch it. I already know what's gonna happen. I already
Right,
predict this shit.
right.
I already know what's gonna happen. So, you know, do your thing and shit, do your thing or whatever. But Ness is already self-sabotaging and y'all too stupid to see it. So all these, like I said, all these people that's over there kissing her ass, don't come over to me when what I've already predicted happens. Don't come over to me. Stay your stupid ass over there and help her rebuild when that happens. So yeah.
Yeah, this he says she not doing no mad day receipt. She's just gonna let y'all see for yourself. Cause she certainly is spinning the narrative. But it does make sense because why would you be invested with people that she got the most history and beef with? You know? But people
Right.
don't like to think about things like that, unfortunately.
Right, right, and that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I said it either has to be mental illness when it comes to this, or it has to be some sort of drug and stuff or whatever. It's one or the other, or it could be both. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there was no reason for her to act out the way she does, and to just the way she was yelling and screaming at Shakim like he was her kid and he brought his stupid ass back over there. Both of those idiots could never fuck with me. I could never ever allow somebody that dumb on my platform. Shakim is not smart enough to be on my platform because he doesn't have any self-worth. I thought he had some self-worth, and I thought that he thought highly of himself at one point in time when he decided to walk away from that. But he's so desperate for numbers and a little tiny AdSense check that he'll go over there and he still ain't gaining nothing. He still ain't learning nothing. And he gonna see all of that money that he wasted. It was a wash. Like he could have like kept that money in his pocket and learned how to grow his platform on his own, or he could have had like a conversation with Brianna or Nika or somebody else in the background to learn how to like mold and grow his platform. Somebody who's actually like has a little bit that's smarter than this, that knows how to like grow platforms and shit. But Nessa ain't doing shit for him but taking his money. She's not helping mold that dude and stuff like that or whatever.
But you know what? Fair exchange is no robbery because he thinks he's actually getting something off. But yeah, guys, you got right now. It does run me. This here, I want you to hear your opinion. I finally was able to upload a video because I like little minor things recently about uploading things, but I finally uploaded this one. This is not look. This is only part of the video though, unfortunately, because the other one is too large. I got to make it smaller. But this is Nala first time driving herself. Hold on, guys. Here. Go, Nala, go. There you go. Go, push it, push it. There you go. Go, Nyla, go, push it. Drive. That
Yeah,
was not the first.
that's dope. Yeah, man. I mean, did she enjoy herself? She like she
Oh
was
yeah,
having
we
fun.
have fun. Yeah,
That's
fun.
what's
That
up.
was a Mother's Day thing. I gotta send all the videos to Yusuf because he's gonna make a video for me. But yeah, you
Like,
got any last words? Cause yeah,
I mean, just the fact that she would be sick enough to say that I would say something like I would literally be talking like to her about like I'm like man, half the people over there that be on her panel she be talking shit about. Like I said, I had to save Sassy so many times from getting cussed out by her. Brooke. a lot of people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, everything is gonna unfold, but my channel is not no panel channel and shit. I'm not no loser like Lemon. I know how to have a conversation. I know how to hold an audience by myself. Like I said, if people want to come up and voice their opinions, my channel's uncensored. Anything goes on my channel. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. If you come up there talking shit, just know that somebody might go up there and might drag your ass and shit like that or whatever. But other than that, my channel's gonna be by myself. I don't need a panel and shit like that to get my point across. And I don't give a fuck about nobody's opinions. Ain't gonna be no polls when I'm live or none of that shit or whatever. It's just gonna be hearing how I feel about any situation that's going on, and I'm gonna talk about everybody. So that's what I wanted to say, Uppity. But if you need anything, you know how to contact me.
Yeah, and I appreciate you so much, to see. Thank you for stopping through as always.
Oh, but why at the bottom of the screen it says like other people's cash apps? Why is that?
Huh?
Look, on the screen, at the bottom it has other people's cash apps, I
I
think.
don't see nothing. Oh, probably. Oh, you know why? My background. Hold on. I got to take my background off. Oh, thank you for reminding me of that. I left the background off.
You
Okay.
need to
Yeah,
probably need to
okay, my bad. Because I didn't see. See why you so helpful? This
Yeah, I
was
was
from
like, why
my
everybody
pecan
else's
thing.
cash app?
See, it's off now, right? Thank you, boo,
Yeah,
because
but
I totally forgot about that.
yeah, if they just cut off that, like crop that part
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Because it just needs to have your cash app. Like that's the
Right.
only
I know.
thing.
I totally agree with you. I didn't even see it. I didn't. I really didn't. But I guess it depends on what device you're looking from. But yeah, I
Yeah, I
did. Yeah,
see S.
I'm so
Hutchinson's cash app. I was like, wait, what?
right. Right. I didn't know. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. See, that's why this he is so helpful with the technology support, and I'm just learning to how to make my channel better and more engaging. You know what I'm saying? Because I be doing a lot of things on like, just because I don't know how to do it, people that do know, they'll just take my ideas and run with it and try to do it better. What's wrong?
Exactly.
This heat wave said you came after her.
Wait,
Okay,
what she say?
she want to know why did you come after her?
When did I come after her?
I don't know. I
Is
mean,
she
this heat. I
is
mean,
she talking
heat
about
wave. It could
recently?
have been the same thing, like you said, like maybe I don't know.
If she's talking about recently, obviously I haven't came after you recently, but if she's talking about the past, like I don't want to go back into the past because that's old. But let's focus on now. Presently, I don't have a problem with heat wave at all. So yeah.
So there goes your answer. And so yeah, this he is going to work on in her new page because, like I said, I'm not going to do a panel channel either. Y'all know that. But like, I do think I will have certain days I do panels where we could just talk, and because this is going to be where you can relax. But yeah, I feel like it's already way too many panel channels out there, and but my panels will be picky, and it will be something to look forward to. Just like my dating
Right.
show that you try to copy off of. It's
That's
going to be
why that's why I
quantity over
appreciate
quality
that's
always.
why I appreciate the Uppities, the Kimmies, the Treacies, the Reeds, the Ritas. The
Right.
people who know how to hold it down by themselves without having a whole circus. I don't like the circus. I don't got time for that. Let's get this commentary out and let's go. I don't got time to sit online for 8 hours a day, a whole two work shifts. Ness did two work shifts the other day. She did two work shifts and she's over here making y'all think she got a job. See, those are the lies I'm talking about. But the lies will be uncovered on my channel because unlike Sassy, I don't lick ass. And I'm gonna be telling the truth about everybody. But okay, Uppity, if you need me, let me know.
I will. And Heat Wave, while you in here, thank you, ZT, for stopping through.
All
Heat Wave. I had other people asking when you gonna be ready, because my thing is not gonna be so much of a challenge. It's gonna be like a learning lesson. Heat Wave, and just read my book, Trini, and anybody else that want to get down. We're gonna do a show where y'all gonna show me how to cook or authentic Caribbean food, and we're gonna do a step by step thing. So we're gonna pick a dish. Y'all gonna tell me the ingredients to buy. I'm gonna get all the ingredients, make sure I have all the potware and all this other stuff, and then we're gonna do like who uppity gonna learn the best from. So yeah, I've been asked about this. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. And then we're gonna throw out a couple of dishes between everybody, and then my chat will actually pick the dish we're actually gonna do. Okay, so that's coming very soon. I would love to see it on this channel soon. It will be featuring me, Heatwave, Trini, and any other Caribbean, because I would love to learn authentic Caribbean dishes. And we're all going to have the same ingredients, and they're going to be given instructions. And we're going to see who does it better. Who, like, Uppity's only here to take instructions, from the cooking to the plating, because I would love to learn from my authentic Caribbean cook. Yeah, we need recipes. I made a review. Yes. Okay, and that's where you could step in at, Miss Kev. We're gonna do more than one show. So yes, it's coming soon. And shout out to all the West Indians and African women and Spanish women in my chat. We're gonna be doing content like that over here. We're gonna do like the chat is gonna pick the dish they want to learn, and then we're gonna do by instruction, and the chat can come up if they want on the panel and ask questions. And we're gonna do it step by step. But it's coming soon. A lot of great things on the channel is coming. Mwah. Yeah. Oh, pepper soup. Oh, okay. See, we already got requests. All right, you guys. Chef kisses. Now I think she's about to drink some. Y'all hear? Bye bye. Later, you guys. Chef kisses. Say bye bye again. You see? See, I can't make her do nothing on command. Jollo fries. Yeah, we did that. I appreciate you guys. Come through later, and like I said, polls will be coming soon for these cooking things. Later, you guys. You got no good casserole? Bye-bye. All right. See, now she said it. Y'all know a good casserole? We want to learn that. Later, y'all. Give me kisses. Mwah. Later, y'all. They said bye, Nyla. Nyla think. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Later, y'all.